haven't got bored of that one, Helen. Never going to get bored of that one, ever. Let's quickly have him. Go on line one, speak clearly.
The Iain Lee Good Evening Show is brought to you by Improvised Drums. In association with Driving This Sausage.
So there we go. Very exciting. Why am I saying? Why is it exciting? It's not exciting. It's dull. There's nothing exciting at all. I was about to say something exciting news. I haven't got any exciting news. But Helen's back. That's quite exciting. It's good to have you back. Lady Alex is here. Good evening, Lady Alex.
Evening.
There we go. You can be on. What does this? What do you want?
When am I coming on the show?
You're not coming on the show.
Tomorrow at 8.
You have to speak up. We're in the jungle.
Tomorrow at 8.
What?
Tomorrow at 8.
No. So Nick Ferrari was Pradeep this morning. Oh, and he got very, very annoyed. Very annoyed. They're talking about slavery. Someone Pradeeped him in a... Even I wouldn't have the balls to do that. They Pradeeped him in a conversation about slavery. I was on the M4, the A40, driving to my mum's. I was listening to that. I thought, oh God, no! And he got. What time would it have been? They tried to make me go to rehab, and I said no. What time would it? Can someone call in and tell me what time Ferrari got Pradeeped? It would have been. I'm trying to work it out, but I actually have. No, just before 9. I think just before 9 o'clock he got Pradeep. So, it was... isn't it just thing of slavery, though? Even I thought, oh, dear. Is that a bit too much? No, it's not. Well done. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hey, little hen, when will you lay me an egg for my tea? Hey, little hen, when will you supply one for my tea? Globule, boing.
My brain is... I had a doze at my mum's. Normally when I go to my mum's, I get a nice hour and a half, maybe 2 hour doze if I'm lucky. I only had a 50-minute doze, and that's not long enough. You can't escape from a 50-minute doze, and it's just... so my head is all kind of... What?
When am I coming on the
You're not coming on the show. So my head is all kind of foggy and a little bit cloudy and...
Fish.
Yeah, okay, thank you, bye-bye.
Fish.
Okay. Yes, line 11.
5 days to go.
5 days to go. 5 days... Well, hang on, we've got the diary here. Hang on a second. So where are we? We're on Tuesday the 28th. Wednesday the 29th, 1. Thursday the 30th. Friday the 31st. Saturday the 1st. Sunday the 2nd. Well, that could be... Oh, Chris is back. Well, he's not back. He's coming back on the Monday, so that's 6 days, isn't it? I don't think he's back on the Sunday. I wish he were, because Frank Sybottom's coming in on Sunday. I've got a horrible feeling he's going to want to stay at my house as well. See where that's going. No, can I come and stay? Can I come on the show? He doesn't talk like that at all, does he? How does he talk?
Oh, Iain, can I come on the show? Can I come and stay at your flat?
Well, yeah, if you have to. The Fishman's been calling in... I can't speak tonight. I'm going to go home. I'm actually going to go home. The Hey Little Hen Man has been calling in yesterday as well, which is quite good. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Iain, I forgot to ask you something on Sunday.
Oh, yes.
Did you ever check out that thing I recommended you, the Yellow Magic Orchestra?
This is the fella who has spent a month in Tenerife and phones us up on Sundays and is now back. Do you know what? I didn't, but today I found the bit of paper... Hang on a minute. It's in my Japanese folder. This is the folder I was reading when I had a row with some stupid woman. I'll tell you about the row later on.
Okay.
I found the bit of paper that I've written it on.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Oh. But you still didn't see it yet.
Well, this is how my mind and my life works, is I get given a good suggestion, I write it down, I forget about it, then sometime later in the future I find the thing I've written it on, and then I forget about it again, and then if it's a really good idea, I'll find it again a little bit later in the future, and then I tell you what I'm going to do. Hang on, look. It's like my room now. I'm going to write my list of things to do tomorrow. Include call gardeners, go to Enfield, got a meeting at 10 a.m, start recording Shindigri episode 5, email Kenji Kondo from the Kurikorda Quartet, and now the next one is Yellow Magic Orchestra. There we go. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, you ought to know my list of things to do tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Driving lesson at 2.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Ah. But you know...
listen to Iain Lee's Good Evening at 7. Listen to Clive Ball at 10.
But by responding... Helen, have a guess how old this person is. Have a guess. Have a guess. How old this person is. Say something, but obviously don't say what your age is.
I'm the operator with my pocket calculator.
Okay. Have a guess. Have a guess how old he is.
44?
Go on, tell her.
Oh, no.
Tell her.
17.
17. He's been calling us for ages from Tenerife, and he may have told us his age in the past, but I forget these things. I won't ever forget it now. Well, 17.
Yeah, I go to the same school as Mr. Quest. That might have given
Mr. Quest! Is he in Japan now?
He is, yeah.
Mr. Quest! Wow, you're going to a school where they make men out of boys, and I like that. Well, but by responding to me saying the list of things to do, we've actually come up with the topic for the show. What's your list of things to do tomorrow? Now, come on, you're laughing at him, but you know it's genius. List
yeah, it is.
of things to...
It was all my idea, yeah.
What? Shut up. Well, no. Where my genius lies, Christopher, is that I take the mundane and the everyday and turn it into something fascinating and unique, and I polish it up like a shiny jewel, and that's what I've done here, I think you'll find.
I can't really deny that. No,
Thank you, sir. Let's go to line 4. 4, you're on the wireless. Oh, no, you're not. 4, you're on the wireless.
A couple of things.
Yes.
Is Mr. Mitchell back?
Next week.
Next week still?
Yeah, next week still. We've got Helen Behind the Glasses back today, although Steve Jones last night was good, wasn't he?
Not bad.
He was not bad at all, and there are rumours around that, should Chris ever get knocked down by a car on his way to work outside here, could happen. Steve Jones is, I think Steve Jones, Helen, has jumped ahead of you in the list of Chris replacements.
Really?
He was very good.
Was he?
Very young. He was Alex, how old was he? I thought he was about, 12 or something, wasn't he?
What I wanted to say...
Well, hang on, let Alex speak.
Full of ideas and fresh and excited.
He was very spunky. Very spunky, wasn't he?
He brought in a lot of sheets, didn't he?
He brought in sheets. He had sheets. I've got some topics for you, Ian. He sheets with ideas on one, news stories on the 3, one slightly serious, 2 quirky, stapled together.
Oh.
Although that cup of tea he made was flipping awful. It tastes like coffee. I think he put coffee in it.
Right.
But he was very good. So
Was he?
Yeah. So he's. I think you and him have. What? I don't know.
I don't want to go against the status.
You need to find yourself will you shut up?
All right, mate.
You need to find yourself a nice young man, Helen.
What, him?
No. Well, Tarek, are you a nice young man?
Yeah.
He sounds suspicious. No, you want someone better than that.
Who, Steve Jones?
Maybe you and Steve Jones.
Would we be...
You could be the new office romance and get tongues a wagging. Have the tongues a wagging. Yes, Tarek, was there a point to this call or what?
Yes.
Well, get to it.
I was going to say, did you clip Sire's little thought about Chris? Because we need to play that to Chris.
Oh, I don't. Well, we could. Hang on a second. You're of course trying to.
Is Agent Chris gay? I saw him in my dream and he said he was gay.
Well, we'll phone him up later on, shall we?
Yeah. But I think you should leave it for a surprise when he comes back.
Okay.
And also,
he's a producer all of a sudden. This guy.
I actually saw, the final episode of my epic 14-day Lost Fest.
It's good, isn't it?
The last episode sort of blew my mind.
It will blow. We can't listen. Go. We can't say any more. But yes, it will blow your mind. Let's try line 4. 4, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello. That was quick. Hello, it's Angela.
Hello, Angela.
Hello, just ringing with my list of things to do. Oh, hang on a minute. Do you know what? I tried to send the radio down and I just changed channels. List of things to do tomorrow.
What did it change channel to?
I don't know. 96.9, whatever that is. It sounded awful.
Yeah, Goff FM, I think they're called.
Something like
Not
that.
a bad name for a radio
Choice
station.
FM, no! Right, list of things to do for tomorrow.
Go on, let's have it.
9 a.m, drink a cup of coffee.
And are these actually written down?
I can.
Oh, okay, well, okay, you can
I
recite
haven't
them.
written them down yet.
All
Because
right.
I've only just, I thought I'd better make a list, you
Yeah,
see. So,
yeah.
9:05, but 9 o'clock, drink a cup of
Drink coffee, yes.
9:10,
Yes.
beats Gary Parker like a gong until approximately 12 p.m. when I should stop for a lunch break.
Beat him?
Beat him.
Eat him?
Beat
Is that-
him.
Beat him or eat...
There's not enough meat on him to eat him.
You're going to beat Gary Parker?
Like a gong.
Is that... I'm assuming that's a sexual reference.
No, he's a friend. Nothing sexual. He just deserves it.
It may not be sexual, but I'm getting slightly aroused by the thought of Gary Parker being beaten.
Jesus. If you could see Gary Parker and you could see me, you wouldn't, love.
Oh, OK, you're a hideous couple, are you?
I am. I'm hideous. He's hideous.
Well...
what more to say?
Angela,
really?
we can't allow ugly people, I'm afraid. We have to say goodbye. Alan, what time are you finishing?
I'm going to do till 8 tonight, I thought.
Who's on next?
Amanda Redman.
Oh, she's good.
Yeah, I thought you'd
She's
be
back by
pleased with that.
popular demand.
Exactly.
The bosses got the email I sent.
Yes.
Amanda the Road Redman is on. Excellent.
I realise I probably won't be here next week, but hey.
Get on with the thing, come on.
Chiswick High Road is blocked southbound at Kew Bridge because of an accident, and that's causing big delays around the Chiswick roundabout. The A3 in Esher has one lane closed heading into town at Copsham Lane because of emergency repair works, and the M1 very slow heading away from town from the M25 up towards the roadworks section at junction 9 for the A5. The M25 anti-clockwise, slow moving from 28 to 27. That's the A12 to the M11 interchange after a broken down tanker has now been moved onto the hard shoulder. And in Hackney, delays on Mare Street as the traffic lights are not working just by the junction with Wells Street. Also very busy around Trafalgar Square because of the ongoing repair works between Northumberland Avenue and Whitehall. Don't forget, if you're heading anywhere near the Valley tonight, Charlton Plain Stockport at the Valley there, kicking off in just half an hour from now, around 45 minutes actually. Delays around Woolwich Road and also the South Circular Road. On the tubes, delays on the Victoria line, and just a reminder, the whole line is suspended again after 10 o'clock this evening because of planned engineering works. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next updates in 15 minutes.
Next time you're out shopping and get caught out in a downpour, remember you can check out the latest weather on your mobile phone. Just call 0901 723 6666 and choose weather. Weather.
We've still got some further bursts of showery rain.
You can also select to hear news and travel updates.
Store 0901 723 6666 into your mobile now and stay in touch with LBC wherever you are, whatever you're doing.
Calls cost 35 pence per minute from a BT landline. Other networks and mobile rates may vary.
News, weather and travel on the go from LBC.
If you're thinking of surrendering your endowment policy back to the life company, make sure you call AAP first. AAP are the UK's largest buyer of endowment policies and could offer you substantially more than the life company. We could be talking thousands of pounds. Call AAP now on 0845 073 1960. That's 0845 073 1960.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee. Good evening.
Well, I'll try and find the Nick Ferris getting Pradeep later or tomorrow or something. It's weird because it's funny, but it's in the talk about slavery, and you got to think, well, hey, well done. Don't do me. 0870 90 90 973. Calls go straight to air for the first 30 minutes. What do you want?
Yeah, when can I come to your house to do shindigri?
You're not coming to my house to do anything.
Why?
Because you're weird.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Goodbye.
Yes.
There we go. Line 9, you're on the wireless.
I've just added something to my schedule.
Okay, yeah, go on.
At 9 o'clock, I'll have fish and a rice cake.
Yeah, thank you very much. Line. Oh, well, there's the obvious thing. We're doing a to-do list. What's this guy doing tomorrow?
8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have fish and a rice cake.
Yes.
At 10 o'clock, I'll have fish.
Yes.
At 12 o'clock, I'll have fish and a rice cake.
Etc. etc. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, it's G-Man, innit? G-Man?
Yeah, I'm going to cut you off. Let's go to line 5, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, can you ask the General Globaltech?
Oh, yes, new bosses, Globaltech, of course, yes.
Good evening, Iain.
Good evening, sir. I'm enjoying rustling papers this evening.
Good evening, yes, rustling papers there. How's it going?
Excellently well. I'm a little bit smelly tonight, but it's fine.
Thank you for that information. I'll file that under useful.
Useful.
I just wanted to know, do you have a telephone number for the gentleman Yasser?
Oh, yeah, sir. Well, he's going to phone up this evening, apparently. He sent me an email saying he was going to phone up so we could talk about his what he could do to make his show better.
Can I just say, I downloaded the podcast from Friday and
Yes.
was very impressed with his style
Good,
and
good
attitude
topics,
and
actual topics, yeah.
actual topics of an evening.
Yes.
And I just wanted to speak to him, something for my to-do list.
What do you want to speak to him about, sir?
Well, just general background information.
Well, I can tell you, he's a muppet that phones up the show.
Right.
You're not thinking of
No.
giving him.
Well, not since Patrick Kilty is still on hold.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, sir.
That's a pleasure. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir. The new bosses there. You've got to suck up to them. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, hi Ian.
Hello there.
Dean the digger driver here.
Hello, Dean.
How are you?
I'm a little bit foggy today, but apart from that, I'm on top of the world.
Oh, creme brulee. I was just wondering, have you ever read the Keith Moon autobiography, Dear Boy?
It's a biography, but yes, I have read
Yeah.
it. Yes, it's an excellent book.
Yeah, it's one of my best books. I thought it was fantastic. I've heard you talking about him a few times. And
Have I got Keith Moon's album on my iPod? If not, then I'm going to put it on there, and we shall. Have you heard his album?
no.
Both Sides of the Moon or something it's called. I don't think
Oh,
I've
I heard that.
I don't think it is bloody awful.
Is it really?
I haven't got it. I haven't got it. Right, I'll put that on the iPod. We'll have some of Both Sides of the Moon later on in the week. It's awful, but brilliant because it's so awful.
Also, Ian.
Yes.
If I'm listening to you on the Virgin Media,
yes,
do you still get your ratings?
Well, we only get the ratings if you're given what is known as a radar diary, and you tick the diary.
I don't think I've had one.
No, well, you would know if you had one. So we don't get ratings from people actually listening to the radio. That would be too logical. We get them through a small, invisible minority of people hidden around the country who are given a diary that they are supposed to tick if they remember to.
Uh-huh.
That's not me sounding bitter or anything, because I've got rubbish ratings, is it?
No, not at all, sir.
They're excellent stuff. Well, thank you for your concern, Dean.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Line 8, you're on the wireless.
I would imagine there's probably a colour issue to this.
Yes, Black Caribbean boys and Bangladeshi boys. Now, they've been provided with the same resources as everybody else, but they're achieving less.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Why do you think
Exactly. So, I mean, they're given a place to live in, they're given education, but Bangladeshi boys like Pradeep.
Okay, Petra, that meant a lot, didn't it? Do me a favour, don't call in again. Okay, coming up after the 546,000.
What's this happened here? Isn't that the woman that phones in and doesn't understand loss? Suman, stroke Sarah. I think, I'm not sure, but that was... It's funny, isn't it? What's this? I'm going to ask a question to this caller, and let's see if they respond. Caller? 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 Is this James Max?
Yes! Yes!
You're a fruitcake. Thank you! That was James Max, star of TalkSport. And sometimes he works here as well, I believe, is the rumour going around. That was very funny, actually. That was funny, and I remember it being. I think that's the woman who doesn't understand Lost. I'm not sure. 9, you're on the wireless.
I want to make love to Ian Lee. I know that it's wrong, but I bet it would be fun.
Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Ian?
Hello there.
Hello, mate. My radio's always jammed on LBC.
Right.
So why does that not get registered on the ratings?
No, doesn't.
So every time I'm listening night and day,
Yeah.
on every radio in my house, car,
Yeah.
and that's it. No registering.
No ratings, no, it doesn't register, so you have my permission, sir, to turn them all off.
No problem, Ian. Have a good night.
Cheers, mate, thank you. Yeah, I know, it's incredible when it's the way the figures are registered, is you get a diary. Why is that not hung up properly? What's happened there? Oh, because I've got that up. Are you going to go now? What? That's just stuck on my screen. Is he still there? Can I put... Oh, it's gone. You get given a diary and you tick it, and, that's how it works, and that's fair enough. 4, you're on the wireless.
Knickers and knockers and big wobbly boobs.
My sister's favourite call. Went to see Bob the Builder on Sunday with Dylan. Didn't didn't see the show. He got too scared. He got really scared. It was brilliant. We were in the Science Museum, which I haven't been to for a while, and you forget how brilliant it is. And we were walking around, and he was looking at all the boats, and there were all these, like, tetrahoids and cuboids and stuff, and he kept going, football. And we were singing the Bob the Builder, and then we went into the thing, and he gave the lady his ticket, and we all got given stickers, and we sat down, and we were very excited. We sat at the front, and he was all excited. And then these two people came out, going, right, who are we waiting for? Is it Bob the Spaniard? They didn't say that. Bob the dentist? No. Is it Bob the taxi driver? No. But the kids weren't even being that loud. It was only a few kids. It's Bob the Builder. And he just suddenly just turned and he grabbed hold of it really tight and just go, I want to go. Then, well, let's stay for a little bit. I want to go now. And it was, oh dear, we had to leave. Took him outside for a few minutes, came back. No. So then we went to the V&A, which I'd never been to, and he was looking at all the statues, and he was loving he was loving Stage 2.5. He was loving statues. Fantastic. And then we had a fantastic day after, absolutely superb. But Bob the Builder proved too much for him. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello there.
Oh, hello, yeah. I've got a digital radio.
Yes?
It's not very exciting, this call at all. I only wanted to get through to the other fella, but there we are. I'll speak anyway.
What other fella?
Oh, I don't know.
No, hang on. You said you wanted to get through to the other fella. What, Paul Ross?
No, your researcher chap who answers the phone.
Oh, Helen, yes.
Yeah, sorry, Helen. Yeah,
he's a good lad.
Yeah, he's a nice fella. I like Helen.
Yes.
Anyway, it is quite an important point, actually. I've got a digital radio.
Yes.
And I can't get LBC and I can't get any of the BBC stations on it. Now, is that normal for these cheap sort of Matsui radios you can buy that are allegedly DAB?
Whereabouts are you trying to use it?
Kingston sort of area.
Oh, well, you should be able to get LBC there.
No, I should. That's why I phoned you up. I thought you're a technical fella. You work there.
Well, I know exactly how the DAB works. So, so you've plugged it in, you've turned it on.
Yeah, very good. Yes.
Well, no, I'm just doing a checklist.
Okay, go on then. I carry on.
Right, you've plugged. Slap. You've plugged it in.
Yes, it's plugged in. Very good.
You've turned it on.
I've turned it on. Very good.
Have you done the set up stations thing?
Yeah, well, what it is, you just press digital radio and it comes.
Get stuffed. He can't hear us, can he? He's not digital, so he can get lost. I was trying to help him. Was he being funny with me, or am I still got a cob on from that stupid woman I had a row with today? I had a row today. So I'm twitching my pen. I'm getting tense. Line 5, you're on the wireless.
Don't you think it's funny that the Newcastle United fans chant that Mido carries a bomb?
I don't know what that means. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
I like big boobies.
I'm more of a bums man myself. I prefer bums. And if boobies are too big, it just... I've been out with a couple of guys with massive knockers, and it just... found it very unsexy. Like, really massive knockers. They weren't fat lasses, but they were big And I just thought, do you know what? That's actually a turn-off. It's not really doing it for me. Nice bottom. That's what... Anyway, that's loud on the radio. 3, you're on the wireless. There's something going on. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? I want to know what was going on there. 4, you're on the wireless.
Ian?
Yes.
We used to have something, and I miss it.
Spontaneity, fun and ingenuity?
No, correspondent updates.
Wow! Now, isn't it funny you mentioned that? Because I was looking in my diary, next week, it's Correspondent Week I've written down. And Jackie in Maida Vale is the fencing in high heels correspondent. So next week, this is no word of a lie, it's Correspondent Week, and we're going to be having correspondence all week.
So I can do my updates again?
You can do your updates for a week, sir.
Wicked.
There we go. Wicked indeed, my friends. Right, 0870 9090 973. You call up now, you speak to Helen. I've got plenty to talk about, so do stick around. Thank you.
So, well done. You've done an amazing job converting what was essentially just a shack here on this nudist beach. And I must say, it's been incredibly liberating for me doing the whole show in the nude. How have you found it?
It's been wonderful.
Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it as well.
Thank you.
And that's all for this week on Property Ladder. See you next time.
Missed an unbelievable episode of Property Ladder? Catch it an hour later on Channel 4+1. Now available on Freeview, Sky and Virgin Media.
On 97.3.
DAB.
And online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 7:30. I'm Jim Diamond. Police say a shooting near a nightclub on the Old Kent Road which injured a woman may have been a revenge attack. It happened yesterday morning outside Virgo's night spot. We're told the gunman put on a mask before opening fire. A man's been convicted of stabbing to death a cleaner outside a pub in Forest Gate. Simon Coulson, who was 53, was attacked by two men when a fight spilled out onto the street near the Hudson Bay pub in October last year. Lincoln Peter has admitted murder and will be sentenced next month. Police are blaming a hardcore of troublemakers for the violence which overshadowed the end of the Notting Hill Carnival. 2 teenagers needed treatment for gunshot wounds and 3 people were stabbed. And to showbiz, and she may have ended up a baddie, but Jade Goody is still a favourite when it comes to Big Brother contestants, it seems. A poll of viewers to find the show's most popular residents. She came second behind Series 2 winner Brian Dowling. Nasty Nick Bateman was third. London's weather: cloudy and dry for tonight with a low of 15 degrees Celsius. Right now we have 19 degrees in Clerkenwell. Sunset is at 7:57. For tomorrow, another dry day with cloud around and some sunny spells as well, and a high of 18, and it's going to stay dry and sunny into the rest of the week. You're with LBC. It's now 7:31.
This is Alan Joyce in the LBC 97.3 Travel Centre, and Chiswick High Road is queuing southbound at Kew Bridge because of an accident there, which is also affecting traffic on the Chiswick roundabout. The A3 in Esher has a lane closed heading into town at Copsham Lane because of emergency repair works, and the M1 is slow heading away from town from the M25 up to junction 9 for the A5. The M25 Essex stretch is slow anti-clockwise from 28 to 27. That's the A12 to the M11 after a broken down tanker caused problems there. It's all on the hard shoulder now. Delays around Hackney on Mare Street, where the traffic lights are not working just by the junction with Wells Street, and there are delays towards Trafalgar Square because of emergency repair works between Northumberland Avenue and Whitehall. Bear in mind that we'll be slow around Charlton tonight because of the football match taking place there, kicking off at 8 o'clock, affecting traffic on the Woolwich Road and also the South Circular Road. Heading onto the tube, severe delays on the Victoria Line after a train broke down earlier, and of course the Victoria Line's completely suspended after 10 o'clock this evening because of planned engineering works. LBC 97.3 Travel. The next updates in 15 minutes.
Sometimes it's hard to make yourself understood in a world not prepared to listen. In fact, millions of voices go unheard every day. Voices of people living in extreme poverty. These are the voices Oxfam hears. Angelina is from Honduras. She's explaining how poverty meant she couldn't provide for her family. Oxfam listened and gave her the support she needed. Now her children go to school, and Angelina has a more secure future. You can see what Oxfam is doing to fight poverty and how you can help. Please visit voiceofpoverty.com or text VOICE to 87099. Thank you for listening.
LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's Good Evening. Call 0870 90 90 973.
Але ж курва, як любиш щастя, чого не тримаєш?
Hello! Hi. Hello, thank you. Excellent work as well. You're right there. Thank you very much. Good work. Sexy ladies. Rubbing my desk off. Right, okay. 0870 90 90 973. Yes, as I just announced, next week it's going to be a correspondent week, which is very exciting. We've actually got stuff to talk about. I'll do the hello a little bit later. I'm enjoying. I've covered the desk in bits of paper. If you're at home and you've got a desk or a table, can you just get some scraps of paper and just throw them over the desk, so with a pen and a diary and a green folder that's got Japanese in, and really, it does make you feel powerful. Makes you feel powerful. I know. Where's the bit of paper that's got the stuff written on? Oh yeah. You can also call in today with your list of things to do tomorrow. My list of things to do is, I'll go through it one more time, shall I? It's call the gardeners. I haven't got a gardener. I need to get a gardener to fit. It makes it sound like I live in a country. I need to get a new fence put up in the back garden, so I need to call around and get some quotes. Pop to Enfield. I've got a meeting at 10 a.m. Start recording Shindiggery. Email Kenji Kondo from the Crew Recorder Quartet and look up the Yellow Magic Orchestra. That is my list of things to do tomorrow. What a great day I'm going to be having. What's your list of things to do? 0870 90909. She liked that voice, didn't she? She liked that. 0870 9090973. Yetunde.
Hello?
Hello?
I just wanted to ask you, could I be a High School Musical 2 correspondent?
Whoa. It depends. Have you seen High School Musical 2?
No, it's on Saturday.
Well, we're going to take the nominations for correspondent. You have to call up next week.
Okay.
We will be doing a whole week of correspondent updates, and who knows, it may come back as a regular feature. I don't know. But next week we're going to do it every single day, probably several times a day, I would have thought. But you need to call up at some point next week and book your place.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, the odds of you getting the job are pretty high.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Good work. Let me know what you think of it. Bye-bye.
Okay, can I ask you something else?
Oh, yeah, go on then.
What do you think of Carl Pilkington?
What do I think of Carl Pilkington?
Yeah.
I think he sacked me from a job once.
Did he?
Sort of, yeah. What do you think of him?
I think he's really stupid.
But that's the act, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but I think he's genuinely stupid.
Well, no, he's not. He's a very clever man. He used to be wasn't programme controller at XFM. What was his job at he was something at XFM, and that's why he has given me short shrift on several occasions. He phoned me up once to beg me to go and do the XFM breakfast show in Manchester. And I said, well, can I still live in London? He went, no, don't be stupid. I went, well, I'm not interested. He did phone me, go XFM and breakfast. I said, no, don't want it. I don't want to go to Manchester. I was here. I was quite happy. But he's a nice enough fellow. I don't think he's not as stupid as his partnership with, what are those two lads called? Gervais and Merchant, that's the fellas, as they would have you believe.
Oh, okay.
Well, thanks for calling.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye, there we go. What a great start to the show there, the youthful voice of London. Mark!
Hello, Ian.
Hello,
How are
Mark.
you?
I'm good.
Listen, there's no DAB footprint in Reading for you at all. We can't get you digitally in Reading.
What's this? I'm confused by... everybody is using the word footprint now.
Well, whatever you call it, where the satellite sends the signal.
Yeah.
But I went to Denham Car Boot on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got a fabulous little Panasonic Mini Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
And I've just slung a bit of coax out the kitchen window and laid it flat across the roof. And although it's not on 97, it's on 97.35, and I've got you in my kitchen.
Well, fantastic.
And it's brilliant.
The thing is, my mum...
to hear you again.
My mum has got two DAB radios in her house, one by her bed...
Yeah.
...and a little DAB hi-fi in the living room. Now, the one by the bed, she can get LBC on DAB.
Right.
The one in the living room, she can't get it. You cannot get it. So, it kind of sometimes depends on where you are and the type of radio you have and stuff. But you're getting us perfectly on 97.35, you say?
Yes.
How the
Because
blooming...
our problem is, we've got a certain station in Reading that's used to be good, but pants.
BBC Bucks?
No, Radio 210 on 97, and their transmitter is right in the middle of town, and I'm west of town, so it's sort of blocked.
Well, do you know what I'm going to do? Tomorrow, I'm going to forget this to do... No, hang on, maybe I'll do it... I'll put it on the to-do list, hang on, yes. So, call Gardner, go to Enfield, got a meeting at 10, start Shindiggery, email Kenji, Yellow Magic Orchestra, and go to Reading and put a brick... through... What's the radio station called?
210 FM.
210 FM.
Why are they called 210? I'll never know.
Window. Probably used to be on 210 AM. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll do that. I was in Reading today.
Were you?
Well, I popped into the high... I was taking my mum somewhere, and then I popped into the high street, popped into Marx's, did a little bit of shopping.
What's you like Broad Street and all that then? You'll find it nice?
Well, I don't know. I don't know Reading at all. When I'm there, I have no concept of where I am. It's like being in an alien land. And so I'm just kind of, by luck, I managed to find Marks and Spencer's twice, and then went off to... I take my mum to this this centre for people who aren't very well, and she goes there once a fortnight.
Yes.
And it's on this street, Oxford Road, is it?
Yes, Oxford Road, yeah.
Oxford Road, one street, in long road in Reading.
Yes.
It's got four sex shops in there.
I know.
4 sex shops in one street.
What were you doing looking at the sex shops, Ian?
Well, no
comment.
may as well. I've got to go, Mark.
Okay, but it's great that I've got you again. I'm going to really enjoy listening.
Thank you, Mark.
Cheers,
You
bye.
got to enjoy it now, because we're going to go to Yasser. Hello, Yasser.
Hi there, Ian.
Yeah.
I just wanted to phone in about, my show.
The
Friday show.
The Real Yasser Show.
Yeah, I don't think it went as well as it could have gone,
Okay, so if anyone missed this, Yasser is a regular caller. Some people say he's a muppet. I think that's unfair. And he's...
Oh.
Yeah. And on Friday, he started the first of what could be a very short-running series known as the...
I have a guest for my next show.
Okay, when is your next show, by the way?
The 14th.
Let me just check that.
Which are filming or something, isn't it?
Yeah, the 14th of September. So Friday at 8 o'clock, Yasser comes in, 14th of September. Who is your... it's funny, because I've got a guest on that...
No, excuse me, can I just stop you there, please?
No, because I just want to say, on the Friday the 14th... No, I'll stop you. Friday the 14th September, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a special guest coming in.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I've got a special guest coming in at 7:30.
No, you have not.
Yes, I have. I'll give you a clue. His initials are GMF. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, on my show exclusively on Friday the 14th September at 7:30 p.m, Guy Magic Fingers
He's not going on the show. I spoke to him.
coming live into the studio.
I emailed him, and he said, no, I spoke to Ian about that, but nothing more has been said. I'm coming on your show first.
Well, he can go on your show after, but
he's coming on my show first. I don't know what you're talking about.
At 7:30.
No, absolutely he ain't.
The musical legend, Guy Magic Fingers...
He's not coming on your show.
...is going to be on my... Hey, and hopefully... my diary's really coming into play this evening. I like diaries. Hopefully on the 13th... of September, we've got Duncan Bannatyne coming in.
Again?
Oh, he's so dreamy.
Wasn't he on your show last year?
He was on last year, but they've offered him again, because his book's out in paperback, and because I fancy him a little bit, I went, yeah, he can come in, as long as I can touch his knee.
All right. I also want to talk about, trying to tune in your, LBC 97.3?
Yeah, I do know it, I work on it, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to tune in on analogue radio.
Yeah.
Where 97.3, there's too many pirate radio stations near it.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to tune in. You can't really tune in sometimes.
Right, so what are you going to do about that?
I'm passing a message on to you so you can tell...
I don't care.
But you don't want listeners.
Well,
people can't listen to my show because they say they couldn't find the station.
Well, then it's your problem then.
That's my problem. It's your problem. You're engineered to be physical.
I'm not bothered. I do all right with the listeners. You need to...
You don't do all right with the listeners. Only when I'm on the air... Now the listenership going high.
If it's your listeners. By the way, when you come in, we should have the listening figures for your first ever show. I think we'll have them by then, won't we? I think we'll have the listening figures for your first ever show. The computer's logging in, so remind me to give you those. It's always an exciting day for any broadcaster is getting the listening figures in.
Yeah, right. But I know that. Shall I tell you why? I think when I'm on the air, more listeners come.
They do what?
When I'm on the air,
yeah,
there's more listeners listening.
Oh, listening. Okay, I thought you said something else. Yes.
Yeah, because after I hadn't called you after a long time, you called me back first this year.
Yeah, because we fancied a laugh.
Yeah, but you still called me back first. It doesn't matter if you laugh or whatever. It was still you. You called first.
Right. What's on your to-do list tomorrow, Yasser?
I've only got a couple of things to do.
Well, tell me what's on your to-do list.
One is to go to the job centre.
To go to the what?
Job centre.
What for?
To get the benefit.
Okay.
Right. And there's other things to do on the computer, do an IQ test thing.
An IQ test?
Destination IQ test, logic and perception and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to. Could you bring the results in when you come in?
I might do, I might not do.
Okie dokie. Okay.
Depends how good they are.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna go on some other on the web.
Look up some porn.
No. I don't do that stuff. That might be you, but don't tuck us all in the same brand.
I would not tuck you all in the same brand. Oh, I would never do that. Yes.
No, and that's. I mean, and I need to go on some internet sites. Some work I got to do, some stuff I got to do, and that's basically it tomorrow.
Okay, well, it sounds like a good day. Okay, well, thanks for calling us,
All right. Yeah, before my next show...
Yes.
Before it starts, on Friday, after my show finished...
Yeah.
You said that LBC pay for they can get me pick me up and pick me up.
No, that's not what we said.
That is what you did say.
No, it isn't what I said.
That is what you said.
I said LBC can drop you home. They're not going to pick you up.
Oh, all right, okay. No, that's not sweet. All right, okay. So... If I make my own way there, and then the LBC Give me a lift home.
Yeah, LBC, what I'll do is I'll see if Rob Hooker or Heather Jingles or maybe Clive Bull, actually. Oh, no, he's not in on a Friday. We'll get someone who'll give you a lift home, yeah.
But do you know where I live?
Stratford?
Yeah, it is over an hour from the station.
Well, it won't be in a car.
I don't know, it might be a little bit less. I don't know how long it's going to be in the car, so I just thought I'd tell you that, so...
Well, I'm not bothered.
Okay.
Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Oh, Alex, I gave you the finger. Where were you then, Alex? What was going on in your mind? What happened to you?
Kind of like...
That's too much yassa, you see. It'll make you go... Alan, are you a bit...
Yeah, I am, actually.
You get on with it, you sexy little monkey.
The Chiswick High Road still looking very slow southbound at Kew Bridge following an accident, which is still affecting traffic around the Chiswick roundabout there as well. The A3 in Esher has a lane closed coming into town at Coxham Lane for emergency repair works, and the M1 starting to pick up now heading away from town from the M25 up towards the roadworks. Section's been another busy one there this afternoon. Delays on Mare Street in Hackney. The traffic lights are not working properly at the junction with Wells Street, and Blackfen Road in Bexley Heath is still partly blocked at the Blenton Road roundabout to recover an accident from earlier on. Delays around Trafalgar Square because of repair works between Northumberland Avenue and Whitehall, and there are delays along Tottenham Court Road heading up towards St Giles Circus. That's because of the roadworks in the area. They're still causing big problems, long delays on the approaches there. Now, if you're heading onto public transport, the Victoria Line has severe delays after a train broke down earlier at Warren Street Station. And just a reminder, the Victoria Line is completely suspended from 10 o'clock this evening because of planned engineering works. Good news, though, if you're heading onto the Overground trains, they are still running on time. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update's in half an hour.
Mr. London at breakfast.
Nick's always happy to hear from his fans.
Dear hideous chinless Swiss cheese ball, you are a talentless lump of flabby neck lard with goofy atomic teeth and a brain the size of an Action Man golf ball. You're also illiterate and have horrible friends, you fat gormless fool. Having you on the payroll is almost as embarrassing as employing James O'Reilly and Steve the Cow Allen. That is sensational.
And that's just from the boss. Make up your own mind. Listen to Nick Ferrari at breakfast. You'll find him in between Steve Allen and James O'Brien. Weekday mornings from 7 on London's biggest conversation, LBC 97.3. Business success stories on LBC 97.3 with James Max.
Hi, I'm Sarah Austin. I own a lifestyle and gift boutique in Windsor called Cocoa Bean. I try and support local businesses, so we do local pottery that is made just down the road and candles made in the New Forest. So a real mix. I grew up in Sunningdale, just down the road from Windsor, and I saw a real gap in the market in Windsor. So I jumped at the chance of finding shops on St Leonard's Road, which is the independent part of Windsor. I think it's very tough in retail, and I think it's giving something that the customer wants, so really knowing your customer. And it's also offering a service, so, you know, we'll wrap gifts, we'll give advice. People love coming into Cocoa Bean just for the feel and the atmosphere of the shop, so it's not just, it's the whole experience.
James Max, Sunday afternoon from 5 with O2. See what you can do. LBC 97.3. Iain Lee, good evening.
Make Yasser the Doctor Who correspondent again, says and well, if he wants to, he's more than welcome to. Next week is Correspondent Week, and it's going to be something special, kids. Let me tell you that. Something special. Who's been on the longest? Not you, I'm afraid, Colin. It's Steve. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
Hello, boss.
How you doing?
I'm all right, actually. I stink, but apart from that, I'm fine.
Many people have said this, Ian. Sorry.
Never mind.
Okay, now, a word of warning.
Yes, boss.
The cleaning lady from Poland, I believe.
Yes.
You played out, she was talking, wasn't she? Unaware that she was on air.
Right.
She said a really nasty swear.
No, she didn't, did she?
Yeah, the first thing she said the swear followed by some other stuff.
Oh, crikey.
She might, yeah.
Oh, dear. Oh, well. Apologies to anyone who's offended by that. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, worse things happen at sea.
Top of the range swear it was.
Wow, fantastic. Well done. Well, we won't be doing that again. But, well, thank you for the heads up on that, Stephen.
Well, it's cool. You know, just be careful. Swearing on the radio could lead to dismissal.
All right, so don't you threaten me now?
I don't know if you're aware of that, Ian.
Oh, hang on, Steve sounds like he's making veiled threats at me here.
No, I'm trying to be funny. It's happened to you in the past
Oh, yeah, it did happen. Yeah, that's the reason I got sacked first time from XFM.
To happen again, ever.
Okay, so it does sound like he's making little... Well, thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
Oh, he was creepy. He was creepy. Well, we can't let the cleaners come on and talk anymore because they dropped a swear bomb on the radio. Colin.
Ian.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The first time I spoke to you, I got cut off.
Right.
Not for being rude, because it was one of your shows where it was live on air.
Right.
And I said, can I speak to Ian? And you said, you're live on air. You didn't really know that. And you went, bosh. But having said that...
I remember it well.
Yeah, I bet you do.
No.
Give me the date.
18th
Thank you very much. Right, that remembered. Driving around as I do, I listen to your show on the radio.
Yeah.
And it is very, very clever.
What?
Because I listen to people that talk to you and listen to people you answer, and they sometimes haven't got the brains to realise who they're talking to.
Right.
And to realise where the show comes from. And over the last 2 years, the show is brilliant because the format is great if you understand it.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand it.
No.
And how can we get them to understand that your show is great because it's the way it's put together?
Well, we can't. The thing is, I genuinely believe this. I remember when I first started doing the Drive Time show, and we had a lot of people phone up saying, this is awful, how dare you come and do this, bring back Henry Kelly, this is awful, this is terrible. And then a couple of those people, like maybe a tiny percent of those people, were brave enough to, like 3 months later, phone up and say, I phoned up originally and said you're rubbish, but now I've been listening to it for a bit, it's just clicked and I've just got it, and now I think you're quite good. And I think that if we can make people listen, I don't know how we do this, if we can make people listen to 2 months of it, then some of them would get it. But unfortunately, that's not how radio works. That's why I struggle to get job anyway.
But you're still there doing it because you're doing what people want. Because there's a niche in the audience
Is
for
there?
what you do and the way the people want to phone you in and do what they want to do.
Yes.
Because everything isn't all formatted.
No. But maybe it should be more formatted.
Why?
So I get more. So I break out of this niche cult and become the mainstream big success that I know I can be. I should be hosting the X Factor. I should be hosting Family Fortunes. I should be hosting and filling in for Ken Bruce when he goes on holiday, not Alid Jones or Davina McCall.
Can I ask you one thing?
Yes, please, Colin.
But where was people like Chris the Greek? And they come and went because they went beyond the boundaries. You don't.
Who's Chris the Greek?
He was on Talks.
Do you mean Caesar the Geezer?
Caesar the Geezer.
Chris the Greek.
That was his name before Caesar the Geezer.
Was it really?
Chris the Greek.
Chris the Greek. Okay, right, yeah. Where is he now?
How I knew him.
Yeah.
But he went on beyond the boundaries.
Yeah.
What happened to him is obscurity. Now,
He's obscurity. It's over. It's over for him.
You do what people want
Yes.
in a very nice sort of way, but you don't overstep the mark.
Okay. Maybe I should overstep the mark.
No, because then you'll be gone. That will be a...
I've overstepped the mark. I've overstepped the mark in other places, as I was saying to that last gentleman.
XFM, yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we all know about that, but listen, that's history. You learn by your mistakes.
Yeah. Are you a bit of to coin a Clive Ball, use a Clive Ball phrase, are you a bit of a foamer?
I do hospital radio and things like that.
Oh, you phone up Clive Ball, don't you?
Of course I do.
Yeah, oh, I know. Yeah, you are the biggest foamer in the world, for goodness sakes.
Listen, I speak as I find.
Okay.
I do shows on...
There's a phrase, yes.
On hospital radio, but
Yes.
I'm not formatted because I do sort of request shows where I play what they
A
want.
little bit crazy, yeah.
I'm not told what they want to do.
No.
But then I speak my mind.
Here's a question for you, Colin.
Yes.
Where do I get someone to come and fit a garden fence for me from?
Yeah. But it's from the fencing firm.
The fencing firm. And who are they?
Well, gardenfences.co.uk.
You've just made that up, haven't you?
Sorry?
You've just made that website up.
It's Harrow Fencing, which I know about.
But I don't live... Oh, hang on, I don't live that... Well, hang on a minute. This is... Hang on. Let's get the internet. www.gardenfences.co.uk.
How about buyaplank.com?
Buy a plank... This is Liverpool.
Well, there you go.
Garden Fences... It's in Liverpool. They're not going to come down to North London and...
How big's your letterbox?
No, I want them to come and fit it.
They could post it through your letterbox.
Right, I'm going to cut you off now for being a muppet.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. I just said, God bless him. Maybe I'm having an epiphany. I need to get garden fence. Really boring. So boring. I've not had any... Oh, that's what I've got to do as well next week. Is phone up the freeholders of the property next door to see if they're going to contribute half the money. Help with garden fences would be appreciated. What's on your to-do list? Oh, man, I've had a brilliant idea. But the library idea is genuinely a brilliant idea. I'll tell you after this.
Day 2. Our nets are still empty. Everyone's sick. Waves never stop pounding against the hull. Fear. You don't know what fear is until you've looked a 60-foot wave in the eye. We're soaked through. All I can taste is brine. Endless rain and waves in the grey. The nets keep twisting in the gale. What the hell are we doing here? Some would call it mad. But at $50K a week, it's our job.
5 days of blood, sweat and tears continues tonight with a double bill of Deadliest Catch. 9 p.m. on Discovery Channel.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Yes, Rob.
Word up, Ian.
Word up?
Word up yourself. In reference to the previous caller, I don't think you need to change anything because you've got a lovely niche cold. Just to let you know that.
Thank you, yes. Word.
And on my to-do list, would you mind me reading it out?
Read out... This is your to-do list for tomorrow, is it?
It is for tomorrow, yes.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Bring squash kit in.
Yeah.
Do displays for school.
Yeah.
Phone up Tom.
Who's Tom?
My friend Tom.
Okay.
He's a fellow teacher, and I'm going to steal loads of work from him.
Well done.
And also, I've got to send a letter to Russell Brand.
What have you got? What are you writing to him for? Saying he's rubbish?
Well, I think he's rubbish, but he's moved in next door to my friend's dad, and I've been given his address.
Yeah.
And I'm in a band, and I'm just trying to sell myself, prostitute myself in any way possible. So I'm thinking if I give him a CD,
right,
and by chance he likes it, maybe he'll do something with it, although I'm sure he won't.
But so you think Russell Brand has got more influence than me? That's what you're saying. What you're saying is, Ian, Russell Brand has got more influence than you. You're local, he's national.
I love you, you're funny and everything.
But...
And you're a CD and I never heard from you again.
No, you never gave me a CD, did you?
I did. I sent it in the post about maybe half a year ago.
I didn't get it.
How do you know? What CD is it?
Oh, he's got me there on a real good technicality. But maybe, but how do you know I did get it? And so you're judging me bad by just because of possibly the postal service being guff.
Recorded delivery?
You did not send it recorded delivery.
I did, I promise.
I don't believe you. All right, now I know you're lying. This is Russell Brand, isn't it? Trying to make me look like an idiot.
No. I'm not as idiotic as Russell Brand.
All right, well, send another one.
Right.
And I will...
and I won't hear from you again.
No, you send another one. Well, right, okay, this is it, Rob. You send another one, and however bad it is, I'm going to play it on the radio. Got to get one up. Got to get one up on Brand. This could be the new. You could be the new Beatles.
All right, but maybe you're just saying this because people are actually listening.
No, okay. Here we go, Rob. Right. My hand is up beside me. Right. I swear. I hope she's not listening.
Don't swear.
I swear. On my mother's life.
Right.
I said it on the radio now. You send me a CD in, I will play it on the radio.
Really?
No! You won't get Russell Brand making promises like that, Rob. You will not get Brand doing that. Send it in, man, seriously, and you'll hear it on local radio.
Okay, I'll mark it Iain Lee, I swear on my mother's life.
Oh, yes, I know, I feel bad, actually. Can we take that bit out of the podcast? Yes, okay, Rob.
All right, thanks a lot, Ian.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Oh, God, blimey. G-Man.
Ian, you're terrible. How can you swear on your mum's life?
All right, let's just leave it now, because she might turn on at any point soon, so let's,
yeah, all right. How are you?
Oh, I found the list of potential lady presenters, co-presenters. Do you want to hear it?
Am I on it?
Lady presenters.
Oh.
Lorraine Kelly, Jessica Stevenson.
Oh, I'm Lorraine Kelly.
Connie Huck, won't be her.
Oh, she's fit, though.
Alison Ferns. Anna Rayburn.
Who's that?
Daisy Sampson.
I saw Anna Rayburn when I was at LBC.
G-Man. Saya.
What?
Gemma Atkinson and Jean from Leighton. If you want to contribute to this list of...
yeah, I got one.
Oh, who?
Cilla Black.
Okay, we'll put her on the list. We're writing a list over a little while of potential lady co-hosts, and the best one, and the one that we stand the best chance of getting.
You and Cilla Black would be good, though.
Yeah, I used to fancy her.
Yeah, why? What did you like, her nose?
Yeah, well, I'll have to come back to you after the news, unless you want to put the phone down.
No.
Oh, dear.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 8 was a shooting in southeast London, a revenge attack. Cameron speaks out over the UK's crime crisis. And could Bridget Jones have the hots for a Beatle? It's 8 o'clock. I'm Holly Holland. Police are investigating whether a shooting at a nightclub in southeast London was a revenge attack. It happened yesterday morning on the Old Kent Road. Jim Diamond has more from the LBC News Centre.
Just after 4 a.m, a woman in her 30s was shot outside Virgo's nightclub by a masked gunman. He fired several shots into the crowd, hitting the woman. She was taken to hospital where she remains in a stable condition. Officers are investigating the possible link to an earlier altercation which occurred at 1:15 involving 4 males and door staff. No arrests have been made. Police are appealing for witnesses.
Detectives are questioning 4 people over a suspected shooting in Tottenham this afternoon. A 20-year-old man is recovering after being taken to hospital by air ambulance following the incident in the High Road at around 1:30. He's in a stable condition. A convicted rapist from Melton, described by police as extremely dangerous, is starting a 14-year jail term. Douglas Arthur was sentenced at Kingston Crown Court last Friday for rape and 6 other offences. Met Police say the 43-year-old hit a woman around the head with a plank of wood before raping her in an alleyway in Tooting. David Cameron's warned tackling crime in Britain will take a generation. The Conservative leader made the comment while setting out his party's mini-manifesto on crime. They see strong families as being vital. In the LBC News poll for this week, we're asking you if parents should be punished by law if their child commits a crime. Shadow Justice Secretary Nick Herbert told LBC how he'd vote.
I think I would, in principle, vote yes. I think that parents have to accept responsibility for the actions of their child, whether that is punishment or whether it is accepting responsibility in some other practical way is something that we must look at. But the principle must be the right one, that parents do have a responsibility for the upbringing of their child.
And to have your say, text vote yes or vote no to 84850. Text costs 25 pence plus the standard network charge. In sport, a busy midweek night of football is just underway. Let's get the latest with our reporter Alex Jensen.
Well, around 15 minutes into this evening's Carling Cup second-round ties and no goals involving London sides. West Ham are at Bristol Rovers, Fulham at Shrewsbury, so plenty of potential for an upset. Watford at Southend, Leyton Orient at Cardiff, and just kicked off at 8 o'clock, Charlton at home to Stockport. At 8:05, Liverpool put their 1-0 aggregate lead over Toulouse to the test in the second leg of their Champions League qualifier.
And we all know that Renée Zellweger likes a musician, but is she now falling for a Beatle? The Singleton Bridget Jones star was caught chatting closely to Sir Paul McCartney at a concert in New York. In London's travel news, on the tubes, there are delays on the Victoria line after a train broke down earlier at Warren Street. And in London's weather, more cloud tonight, but it should stay dry with lows of 15 degrees Celsius. Sunrise is tomorrow at 6:06, and it'll be another dry day with broken cloud. You're listening to LBC, it's 8:03.
LBC Plus at lbc.co.uk. Just click and listen again.
Day 2. Our nets are still empty. Everyone's sick. Waves never stop pounding against the hull. Fear. You don't know what fear is until you've looked a 60-foot wave in the eye. We're soaked through. All I can taste is brine. Endless rain and waves in the grey. The nets keep twisting in the gale. What the hell are we doing here? Some would call it mad. But at $50,000 a week, it's our job.
5 days of blood, sweat and tears continues tonight with a double bill of Deadly as Catch. 9 p.m. on Discovery Channel.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Oh, dear. We did have a little bit of carnival fever yesterday, didn't we? Oh, we had a bit of this, didn't we? Silence, and in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People laughing with a LSD, people riding with a and subway halls echo the sounds of silence. A bit of carnival fever there. It was horrible out there. I went out for a bit, 5 minutes, it was horrible. Anyway, G-Man.
Iain Lee is an idiot. Oh, we on.
Interesting.
Yes.
Get to the point.
Yeah, to-do list. 6 a.m. I gotta wake up and feed the baby. 7 a.m. Gotta wake up and take the baby's nappy and like change it. 8 p.m. I gotta eat fish for breakfast because like we gotta finish everything that's in the freezer. Then like I'll do that for 2 hours. And then 10 p.m. job centre, 11 p.m. I'll just like check my emails and then like go to iTunes and download Shindiggery, but more importantly, download G-Man's new podcast.
What? Hang on a minute, what?
What?
Are you jumping on the podcast bandwagon?
What?
I jumped on that bandwagon first. There's not enough room for anyone else on there.
There's plenty of room.
There's no room.
They said it on the internet. There's never enough podcasts.
There's too many podcasts now.
One. And it's better than yours.
It's not better. Shindiggery, leave it now. There's too many podcasts. Download mine.
iTunes, yeah?
Download mine. I'll go to iTunes and type in Shindiggery or Iain Lee.
Type in G-Man.
Why would they want to? Was it you just talking rubbish?
Type in G-Man to iTunes.
No, don't.
As if's in it.
I wouldn't bother.
As if's in it.
I wouldn't bother.
It's proper funny. I'm not even lying, Iain. Like, yours is good, yeah, but mine's, like, above average.
Okay, here we go, look.
It's good.
There we go. Iain, I'm glad you're such a big fan of Duncan Bannatyne's. This is Duncan Bannatyne's agent, Emma.
Really?
Interesting and non-obvious gay choice, I think. I told her that
He can come on our podcast.
I'm sure.
In my house.
Anyway, basically, it looks like Duncan Bannatyne is coming into the studio, the man I would, on the 13th of September.
Am I allowed to come in that day?
And also, that week, there's a chance we might have one member. This is exciting. I need to sort this out. We may have one member of Kurikorda Quartet coming in because he's playing in another band at London, and another member on the telephone. But neither of them speak English very well, so I need to get a woman who's been emailing.
You know what you should do?
Shut up!
No, but what?
So I need to get the woman who's been emailing them, telling them that I've been mentioning them, to come on the phone as translator. How exciting is that going to be? Your fader's back up now.
Oh, but I was saying some good stuff.
I bet you weren't. What do you want? Please get to the...
But while one's on the phone and one's in the studio, they can do a performance together.
We might do that, yes.
Yeah, see, that's a good idea.
But there's a slight time delay, though, on the phone.
Yeah, but that'll make it better.
Well, it won't.
Because they won't realise.
Okay.
Because they're foreign.
Are you going to get to the point now, or I'm going to cut you off?
G-Man...
So, this is my idea, and it's genuine. Jackie, listen to this and tell me if you think this is a good idea, right?
Okay.
Now, I'm a member of Blockbuster Online, where I pay a nominal fee. I don't pay any fee. I get it for free due to a mix-up. So I get the free DVDs, but I should pay like £5 a month, whatever it is. Okay. And for that, you're allowed to have 3 DVDs out a month. You go online, you type in like 20 films you want. They send you 3. As soon as you've watched one, you put it in an envelope, you send it back. They send you another one. So you've always got 2 or 3 DVDs out, right? It's a good idea, isn't it?
That's all right.
I've got a better idea. It's called, and we couldn't use this domain name because it's been taken, I've checked it.
Right.
Library.com. It's the same, this is brilliant, it's the same thing, but it's for books.
Right.
You say that as though you've not quite seen the genius of the idea yet. It's a great idea. Who can be bothered to go to a library? Not me. I can't. They stink of old people. So what I do is I buy all of my books, which is crazy, because I generally, unless it's a Kurt Vonnegut, I only read the book once, and then I don't read it again. So I don't need to do that if there's an online national library where I can type in 20 books I want, pay I don't know, £3, £5 a month. They send me a book. They send me 3 books. I read it. I send it back. They send me... I've got 3 books out all the time.
Actually, I do see the genius of this idea now.
You've got it now, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
It is
It makes sense, actually, because I'm just about to take a whole load of books
to the charity shop because they've just got too many.
Because you buy them, and it's like, well, but why buy them? You know, there's only a few authors, Kurt Vonnegut and Murakami, that I'll read again. The rest I read, and that's it. And there's a few nice books about the Beatles and the Monkees I like to keep. But the rest, there's no point. And I don't go to the library. They never have anything, you know, all the good books are out. But if there's an online library, whenever they get the good books in, they'll send them to you.
I know, actually, it is quite genius.
Yes.
I could have come up with such an idea.
Thank you. And you thought you were taking the mick before, but now you realise it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I think it's because I didn't think you'd thought it through, but I realise you have, and it is pure genius.
I'm going to write, hang on, September the 13th, that's when Duncan Bannatyne is coming in. Tell Duncan about...
You maybe need to patent this now, though, because someone could nick it now that you've told everyone on the air.
Library.com. Well, no, I'm going to do it. It's mine, I'm doing it. No, how dare anyone try and steal that idea from me. Anyway, if anyone wants to phone in and help contribute to that idea, you're more than welcome. But, Jackie, what did you call in for?
I called in to find out what the rules of engagement are for the correspondent week next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. You're not the high heels fencing correspondent, are you?
I am indeed.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
You're the one that started all this off. Right, OK.
I did, yeah.
Jackie Maida Vale. It says you're in Victoria.
I'm not in Maida Vale. I'm in Crystal Palace. I don't know why I'm down as Maida Vale.
Well, it says Victoria on the phone now.
Oh, see, it's because I'm always driving all over London and they kind of put down wherever I am, but I actually live in Crystal Palace.
You show off with your fancy ways. So just to give us a brief description of yourself again.
Oh, I'm a fencing person, and I'm obsessed with shoes, particularly high heels.
Fencing in high heels. Ooh,
yes.
Yeah, Alex and I are both putting the face that goes, right, the rules of engagement are as follows. I don't know, actually. I only noticed it today in the diary.
Okay.
But if anyone doesn't know, we used to, when I was on a different slot, every day at 5:38, we'd have the 5:38 daily correspondent update at 5:38 daily. And a team of correspondents would phone in and give an update. I think what we're probably going to do is, I don't know, actually. I haven't thought it out. Chris isn't here, so I haven't thought it through at all. We'll probably do it once, maybe twice in each show.
Okay.
And you need
a specific time.
It will be at a specific time, yes.
Okay.
One, I can't think out loud. Well, no, what I'm going to do, of course I know what I'm going to do, Jackie, but as you are probably aware, I can't announce it until Monday. It's been embargoed. There we go.
Oh, I like
That's clever.
There.
That's clever. But I guarantee you will get on as many times as you want.
Oh, thank
you. Well, are you in a supermarket?
I am, actually. I'm just putting my stuff in.
Are you putting your stuff in, or do you work on the checkout?
No.
There's no shame in it.
No, there's not at all. No, it's great. But I'm actually just bagging my vegetables, and but they don't know how much my pomegranates are, so I'll have to wait for that.
I'll have a guess. That sounded wrong. Well, Jackie, listen, call in on Monday.
On Monday, okay, I will do.
Excellent stuff. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
Bye-bye. There we go. This is exciting. I'm looking forward to the correspondent thing next week. Oh, blimey. I'd have pomegranates. Very seedy pomegranates. I don't mean seedy as in, ooh, but they've got lots of seeds in, I think. Am I thinking of pomegranates, or am I thinking of something else?
The ones that look really weird when you slice them in half.
Or is that what's a starfish? Oh, it's a fish. What's a
star fruit?
Star fruit. Is that actual fruit?
Yeah. My mum eats those.
I'm mouth-watering now.
Yeah.
Julian.
Good evening.
Good evening, Julian.
How are you?
I'm all right now.
Well, now you're speaking to me, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. You've calmed us all down.
Absolutely. Well, I've come to offer my goodwill towards you.
Oh, hello. Go on.
I'm offering you my services, if you'll pardon the expression.
Well, I must admit, I'm saving them for Duncan Bannatyne, but if you're a good-looking fella, why the hell not?
Well, it's I was driving along in my van,
yes,
and I heard you mention that you're fencing. You're looking for a really, really good fencer.
I certainly am.
And I thought of somebody.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Me.
What? What? Are you actually a garden fencer?
Well, I mean, I do all types of what I call garden woodwork. So all garden buildings, all made.
So hang on, you mean sheds?
No, I mean gazebos, log cabins, garden offices.
Isn't gazebo just one of the best words ever?
Absolutely.
Gazebo. I'm going to call. In fact, I'm compiling a list of band names that are quite good. I'm going to. Hang on a minute, where have I started this list? I'm going to add gazebo to the list. Where have I started this list? I don't think that's another brilliant idea that I've only half thought through.
Another great word is plethora.
Plethora. Oh, that sounds like some 70s prog rock outfit. Where did I start this list? Hang on a minute. Oh, nuts. Don't tell me I've lost that. Oh, all right, well, I'm going to start... no, hang on, it's in here somewhere. I'll get... OK. Footwell isn't one. Plethora... plethora and gazebo. They're on there, band names. OK, cool. OK. So, now I've suddenly been drawn into this whole middle class, middle aged thing where there's a big section of my fence that doesn't exist, and there's a big bit that's bendy, and the guy downstairs wants me to get a new fence put in. It's quite expensive, isn't it? It's my
No, well, it depends obviously what you want. You only get a good job if you pay the money.
Yes.
That's what I tell all my customers.
Exactly. Julian, whereabouts are you based?
I'm based in Brookman's Park.
Where's that?
Brookman's Park, just outside North London, Potter's Bar.
Oh, OK, hang on a second. What I'm going to do is I can't get this... How do I get your phone number? Hang on, I'm going to touch you there, and I'll touch that. Touch that.
I beg your pardon?
Hang on, don't worry, I'm just trying to touch you.
You're not touching me anywhere, I'll tell you.
Yeah, good lad, you love it. Hang on. How do I put... All right, OK. I tell you what, Julian, because being sensible, I've obviously got to get a few quotes in.
No, of course you do.
Listen, I'm going to take your number down here. It begins 079, doesn't it?
Yes.
Make sure I got the right. I don't want to phone up like Betty or someone tomorrow. And say hello. Can you come? Oh, I'm late for the travel. Julian, listen. I'll take your number down. I'll give you a call and get you to come around for a quote if that's all right.
Absolutely no problem whatsoever.
Good fella. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
See you later. Well, there we go. This could be easier than I thought. Amanda, I do apologise.
No
I'm
problem.
trying to sort out my fencing problems. How bad is that?
That's quite bad.
It's awful, isn't it? We're late for the travel because I'm trying to get...
Just for your own personal gain.
My own personal gain. I did think, though, he was going to say, oh, no, it's free for you, Ian. That's what I was expecting. I thought he'd say, when I said, oh, it's expensive, isn't it? I was hoping he'd go, oh, no, it's free. I'm doing you a... Well, okay.
Well, you never know.
Anyway, Amanda, it's good to have you back. Where have you been? On holiday or something?
Yeah, on and off, yeah. But the last time I did this shift, you were away, actually. So,
oh,
yes.
I see. Well, so our paths have crossed. I was in rehab.
Were you?
Yes. They got me again. Anyway, Amanda, let's have the travel.
OK, I'm going to start off with some great news, actually, to the west of town. Chiswick High Road, all open again, southbound traffic at Kew Bridge. That crash is now cleared. The delays have eased off nicely in the area as well, so looking much better now around the Chiswick roundabout. However, to the east of town in Hackney, there are still delays on Mare Street because the traffic lights aren't working properly at the junction with Wells Street. And in the city, also problems with the traffic lights as well. They're not working on Aldgate in either direction at the junction with Leadenhall Street, so do approach that one with some care. Meanwhile, in Esher, roadworks are blocking off a lane on the A3 heading into town just near Copsham Lane. As the overground trains, they're looking good at the moment, but on the tubes there are some delays at the moment. On the Victoria line, that's because there was a broken down train earlier at Warren Street, but the rest of the underground network is running well. LBC 97.3 travel, your next update is in half an hour.
I'm in my 30s, and after 20 years of anorexia, I've got the body of an old man.
I have midnight feast when I'm fast asleep.
I've been married for 2.5 years, and I met my wife 2 weeks ago.
I found out my best friend is sleeping with my 18-year-old son.
You couldn't make me up. With Nick Ferrari at breakfast. All this week at 10 to 9. LBC 97.3.
Robert Hansen was a leading FBI agent.
Former head of our Soviet analytical unit. Considered our most knowledgeable analyst on Russian intel.
On February 18th, 2001, Hansen was arrested for espionage.
Started spying for the Russians, we think, in 1985. He's given them military secrets, intelligence secrets. He's also given up lives.
It was the biggest spy scandal in the history of the world's most powerful nation. And it's the story that inspired the new movie, Breach, starring Academy Award winner Chris Cooper as Hansen, the notorious spy.
I need to know if I can trust you.
And Ryan Felipe as Eric O'Neill, the agent who has to draw him out.
Nobody's tailing you, there isn't GPS in your car, and I'm not a foreign agent trying to work you.
With support from Academy Award nominee Laura Linney and 24's Dennis Haysbert. Breach is a tense spy thriller based on shocking true events from director Billy Ray. Breach in cinemas from Friday.
LBC 97.3.
Okay. Let's do this now. It's Howlow auction time, kids. So, well, not kids, adults. So get ready for the fun. Today, we've got a great combination prize up for grabs in the Howlow reverse auction. We're giving you the opportunity to walk away with the Sony Vaio laptop complete with iPod Nano. Now, it says here The Vio is a brilliant computer. I'm not in any way denigrating that. The world-renowned Vio is tiny, trim, and timeless. Well, but it's a computer, so it can't be timeless. It will be, by its very definition, of its time. Anyway, it's a brilliant computer. I'm not trying to say it's rubbish. It's not. It's excellent. 15-inch LCD screen, DVD rewriter, 120 gigabyte hard drive. That's more than my PC's got. Windows Vista and all that stuff. To play, simply text in the lowest bid in pence you think that nobody else will make. The person... Oh, that pop then. I turned on the P. Pop. P. To play, simply text in the lowest bid in pence you think no one else will make. The person holding the lowest unique bid, pop. How come the B's don't pop? That's odd, isn't it? 11:30 p.m. wins. To bid, text LBC plus your bid in pence to 88821. So to bid 45 pence, you would text LBC to 88821. Bids cost £1.50 plus your standard network rate. Lines close at 11:30 p.m. tonight. Bidders must be over 16. See lbc.co.uk for the full terms and indeed conditions.
Take that, Channel 4. It didn't work, did it?
No, mate. Sorry. It's an F. Betty!
Oh, can you hear me tonight?
I could hear you last night.
You couldn't.
I could hear you. You couldn't hear me, remember?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
I could hear you.
But I couldn't hear you.
I know, but I could hear you.
But I couldn't hear you.
I know, but I could hear you.
But I couldn't hear you, could I?
No, I know, but I could hear you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well...
Could you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Could you last night?
No.
Hang on a second. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Will you stop peeing and popping, please?
Sorry about that. I do apologise.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, I waited till Clive came.
Yes.
And and he didn't know how long it would take you to get home.
No, I know, and Clive, if you're listening...
It took 3.5 hours, and
yes.
she had that man on top of her car.
She had a man on top of her car, yes, true.
Yeah.
Well, it took me 20...
I phoned Clive, and
yes,
I
I
said,
heard.
can you hear me?
Yes.
And he said yes.
Yes. Well, I could hear you.
But I couldn't hear you, could I?
I know, but I could hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why was that? Probably...
hang on a second, we're actually living...
Cousin French. Gouffé Dean. Oh, I see. Well, let's see, we have on the bags, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
That's what I want to find out.
I say, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
Are you the manager?
Yes.
You're going to be the coach, too?
Yes.
And you know the fellow's name?
I should.
Well, then who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the fellow's name.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who?
The guy playing
Who
first.
is on first?
But I could hear you last night.
You could,
I could hear you last night.
but I couldn't hear you, could I?
Look, you got a first baseman.
Certainly.
Who's playing first?
That's right.
Oh, no, what is...
When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it.
I could hear you last night.
Oh. You could hear me,
Yes.
but I couldn't hear you.
What's wrong with that?
Because
Look, all I want to know is when you sign up the first baseman, how does he sign his name to the contract? The guy.
told you off for talking, telling me off so much.
Who did what, where?
Because you cut me off.
When, what? Well, I have to cut...
Last night.
I have to cut everyone off.
Eh? No, because you said you couldn't hear me.
But I could hear you.
First
No,
base.
what is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Oh, he's on third. We're not talking about him. Now, let's get
Anyway,
Yes.
you still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
hang on. Francis wants a word. Francis, you're through to Betty.
Easy, baby, how are you? You're terrible with that lady. Can I speak to her?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello, dear.
Is that...
Hello. What's your name?
Betty.
Were you on about Tom Jones?
No, I don't like Tom Jones.
I've got the wrong lady then in mind.
Yes.
What's your name?
Betty.
Sorry?
Betty.
Lottie.
Betty.
Sorry. Say it again, please.
B-E-T-T-E.
Betty.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. Elizabeth.
No.
Betty.
I don't know who's on first.
That's a brilliant name.
Yes.
You've got the Queen's name.
Yes.
Bless you. Where are you from, Betty?
Kent.
Kent. Me too.
Dartford.
Me too, likewise. I'm a Dartfordian.
Oh.
I'm Frances.
Oh.
And you're Betty from Dartford.
Yeah.
We're from
you
the same town then.
Lives at Dartford Heath?
I'm not from the Heath.
No.
I'm from dirty Dartford.
Oh.
The middle of the town.
Oh. I'm up.
The same town as Mick Jagger.
Yes. Who's not 81, he's only 62. And Iain keeps...
He's big lip skeleton on stage.
Big lip skeleton on stage, yeah. That's Mick Jagger.
Iain will cut us off in a minute.
Yep.
What do you think of Dartford at the moment?
I can't walk. I haven't been out for 11 years.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I ring Iain.
I've got to come and see you then, Betty.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, sweetie.
Yeah. You still there, Iain?
Sadly, I am, yes.
Oh, good. I thought you'd cut me off, you know.
I've got to in a second. Oh, hang on a second. Line 10, you're on the wireless.
Pardon?
Good morning. I'm the milkman. Can I come in?
That's a good one. Betty, I've got to move on.
Oh, all right. I know you saw your mum today.
Yes, I did.
Yeah?
Yes.
Left all the washing up. She's rang me and told me.
Oh, well, never mind. See you later.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I did leave the washing up, that's correct. Simon.
Good evening.
Good evening, Simon.
Okay, now, I'm calling about female co-presenters.
Okay, yes. What an amazing voice you have. It's like a rich chocolate.
Oh, well,
It's like who's the bloke whose voice I always think is like cake? Richard Bryars. You know, the guy from Ever Decreasing Circles and The Good Life. His voice reminds me of cake, and yours is kind of like is not dissimilar to Richard Bryars.
Well, I'm flattered.
No, you should get into reading those books for the blind people, isn't it?
I might just do that.
All right, doesn't pay very well though. Anyway, Simon, yes.
Right, who I'd really, really love to hear co-presenting with you.
Oh yeah, go on, we'll put them to the list.
And I know you don't care about ratings.
Yeah. Right? Well, I do a little bit. a wee bit, to be honest, yes.
I'll guarantee that she would triple your ratings.
Yeah. Are you going to say Abby Titmus?
No, no.
She's fit, man.
Daisy Donovan.
Yeah, well, I'll put...
I'm sure she's available.
Daisy Donovan, who's married to a millionaire and is living in the States now. Well, I'll put her on the list, and we'll see. Why do you think that would be a ratings winner? It wasn't the first time around.
Because that's how most people know you, Iain.
Oh, Christ, really? From 60? I suppose so. Let's be realistic. Of course they do. Well, she's on the list, Simon.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
I'd love to hear her.
OK, well, I bet you would, you pervert. Looney John.
Good afternoon.
Merry Christmas.
I was thinking gazebo would be a good name for a baby.
It would be a good name for a baby.
Yeah, I think it's a boy's name rather than a girl's name.
Yes, it will. Yes, no, I can go along with that.
And if Richard Bryars' voice sounds like a cake, what object does my voice sound like?
His voice sounds like ginger cake.
Yeah, I was thinking that as soon as you said it.
Yeah, did you think ginger cake?
Yeah, what about my voice?
Your voice, Habiba, what does Looney John's voice sound like?
Oh, it's really hard to explain, I would. But posh.
Yeah, but if you had to describe it as an object.
Oh, a tall vase.
Yeah, I'd go along with a vase, yeah. Oh, I don't know about a tall one, though.
Wouldn't a tall vase be more sort of resonating and deep and masculine?
No, it would be slightly effeminate.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with sounding effeminate. Women sound like it all the time.
Well, I prefer my gorgeous, handsome young men to sound more masculine than I do, so I'm...
Oh, Verinda's out the question, then.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's fun done it! Oh, yeah, it's fun done it! Yeah.
Who's she?
Yes, exactly. Who is she? Well, John, listen, I have to go.
Where to?
Well, I don't, actually. I have to cut you off and talk for 20 seconds and fob Habiba off and then come back after the travel.
Oh, that's nice, yeah. Bloody nice that is.
Right, Habiba, I've got to fob you off.
Oh, all right, then.
Well, no, what I'm saying is you can come back after the news.
Oh, OK, yes, great. I can book in. That's great. Yeah, do that.
What? Everyone's a bit weird tonight.
No, I'm working, that's all it is.
OK. Are you near a corpse?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, and you're phoning up the show?
Yeah.
How disrespectful of you. Okay, but unbelievable. We'll be talking to a lady near a dead person after this.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 8:30. I'm Holly Holland. Police are investigating whether a shooting at a nightclub in Old Kent Road was a revenge attack. A woman was shot outside Virgo's nightclub by a masked gunman at around 4 a.m. yesterday morning. It's thought she may have been involved in a row earlier. She's in a stable condition. 4 people have been arrested following a shooting in Tottenham this afternoon. The 20-year-old victim was taken to hospital by air ambulance, where he's in a stable condition. Followed reports shots were fired in the High Road at around 1:30. A convicted rapist from Merton, described by Met Police as extremely dangerous, is beginning a 14-year jail term. Douglas Arthur was responsible for a series of attacks on women. The 43-year-old was sentenced at Kingston Crown Court last Friday for rape and 6 other offences. In sport, West Ham have taken a 1-0 lead heading towards half-time in their Carling Cup second-round match at Bristol Rovers, thanks to Craig Bellamy. But midfielder Kieran Dyers had to come off with a suspected double leg fracture. The only other goal involving London's 5 sides in action this evening has seen Watford go 1-0 down at Southend. In London's travel news, on the tubes there are delays to the Victoria line after there was a broken down train earlier at Warren Street. And in London's weather, more cloud tonight, but it should stay dry with lows of 15 degrees Celsius and the sun rises at 6:06. You with LBC, it's 8:31.
Thanks to our house band, Stephen Hawking and the Hawkettes.
This has been the greatest experience of my life.
And our guest presenters, Chewbacca and Chairman Mao.
Good night.
Missed an unbelievable episode of the Friday Night Project? Catch it an hour later on Channel 4+1. Now available on Freeview, Sky and Virgin Media.
LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's Good Evening. Call 0870 90 90 973.
Alex is Gemma Atkinson. She's on the list. She's on the list of potential co-presenters. Gemma Atkinson there. I'm not convinced. I don't know. I mean, you blimey. What noise do women make when they see like a fit bloke? Because blokes go, "Cool." What do they? Well, they sort of do. Yeah, cool. Oh, look at that. What, Habiba? When you see a fit bloke, what noise do you make?
I don't make any noises. Most women don't. They just keep it to themselves. They just look with their eyes.
You're sounding quite effeminate these days.
Oh, go away.
There we go. Go away. Oh, it's off its side. You do flatter me.
You are awful.
But with blokes, they feel this need to wolf whistle and go oi oi or
oi oi. No one goes oi oi.
Oh, some builders do. Or they wolf whistle, or they kind of go to you and all this stuff. It's horrible.
Here's the thing, right? When I'm walking down when I'm walking down the street or when I'm anywhere, if I see a fit girl, by the very genetic programming of my body, I have to look at them, at their breasts, at their bottom, I have to. Genetically programmed to do it. I can't fight it. But when I walk down the street with my girlfriend and I notice other blokes doing the same thing that they are genetically programmed to do to her...
You get upset.
I'd get upset. And quite often, I'm quite good at blocking their view by sort of walking, behind or at the side or something to block their view.
Ian,
Yes.
you've got to take that as a compliment and think, you know what?
Well, am I supposed to take that as a compliment?
Yes,
Am I supposed to
other
get...
men are looking at your woman, but your woman is actually with you.
My
She's
woman,
yours.
yes, my woman.
Well, your girlfriend is yours.
Yeah.
She's with you and only you, and you should be complimented that people are going, "Cool, she's good looking."
Yeah.
What's she doing with him?
Or maybe
I
they're
don't know,
maybe they're just looking at because she's got a funny walk and the 6 fingers. I don't know. It could
No,
be.
she hasn't. I know you do like a wonky eye, but I'm sure she hasn't got one of them either.
She hasn't, unfortunately. And I wonder if there's any way I can get surgery to make her have a wonky eye. Abby Titmus has got a slight wonky eye.
Has she?
Oh.
What's her name? Property Ladder. Oh, God.
Oh,
Beanie.
Beanie baby.
Beanie Baby. Listen, you need a co-host.
Yep.
Put my name down on the
Oh, you're having a laugh, aren't you?
Why not?
We've had too many of the fruitcakes come in recently.
I'm not a fruitcake.
We've had Vinny in. Yasser's got a regular weekly slot. Who'd have
Those two are
thought?
not proper females.
Well,
And nor is G-Man, although he was fantastic.
oh yeah, Yasser, G-Man was in. I think we've let.
Heavy evening to you, G-Man. Heavy evening.
All right,
Brilliant.
calm down, for God's sakes.
He should have a regular slot. I love
He's
him.
got his own podcast now on iTunes, apparently. God knows how he worked out to do it. It's quite tricky.
Oh, I should be looking for that then.
I'm going to go and listen to it, and I'm going to go and leave him a 1-star review. This is saying, this is awful. Do not listen to it. This guy sucks. By the way, there's what's that?
I'm in Heathrow Airport and repatriating someone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, golly gosh. Is that easy to do, or is it a bit tricky?
Oh, all the hard work's been done now.
Oh, OK. So you sort of get a few signatures, a few stamps, and you're away.
That kind of thing. Then it's
Yeah.
got to be embalmed and stuff and packaged up, and that's it.
Do they have to? I'm assuming the airport have to look inside the box, do they? Or can they do it all through
No, it
X-ray?
actually gets X-rayed, and then the X-ray actually shows just the human form. You don't see a skeleton or anything. You just see the human form, and you can see what else is in there in case someone's packed some drugs or guns.
So supposing I had put a gun and some 60 kilos of cocaine inside.
It would show up.
It would show up, even if it was inside the corpse.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so hang on a second. Let me just get my diary. Hang on. Damn. Okay, never mind. That's saved me a job. Okay, Habiba, you're on the list.
Thank you very much, Ian. Have a lovely evening. Great
Thank you.
program.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There we go. I think it's because she's near one of the deceased that she's sounding more feminine and respectful to me, which is good. 0870 90 90 973. Do you know what I've missed tonight? And I missed it yesterday. And when I missed it yesterday, I thought, well, I'll remember to record it. I've been invited, by the way, tomorrow. You know, Rogue Traders. You know the guy Matt Allwright that sometimes phones out? Rogue Traders is one of these things where it's this guy Matt Allwright and his Portuguese friend on a motorbike, and they set up a house. It's on BBC, and they invite builders to come in, and they film dodgy builders urinating in their water tank and sniffing the wife's underwear, all that kind of stuff. They film that and then they out them. He's phoned up and I've got to add that to my list of things to do tomorrow. Call. He's invited me to the 6th birthday party of Rogue Traders, and it's genuinely one of my favourite programmes, but I'm doing this, so I can't go. I may take tomorrow off. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I was going to mention the website. I'll do that a bit later on. No, I was talking about calling in. 087... Oh, that was what I was talking about! So I missed it yesterday, and I thought, well, I'll remember to record it tonight. It's on every night this week, 8 o'clock, Channel 5, Britain's Strongest Man. They're showing it, and I love it. I prefer the World's Strongest Man, because it's slightly, more exciting. But Britain's Strongest Man. So if anyone has seen it this evening on the Channel 5, apparently people still watch that channel. I didn't realise. 0870 90 90 973. Brian, you didn't watch Britain's Strongest Man, did you?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Not my particular forte, my métier, if you will, I must admit, Ian.
It's brilliant, though. I love the World's Strongest Man and Britain's Strongest Man.
No, it just doesn't ring in big bounds for me, I must admit.
Big, fat men lifting rocks.
I'll tell you what the funniest programme on television at the moment, and that is Family Guy.
Oh, Family Guy's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's overtaken The Simpsons now.
Oh, I'd much prefer Family Guy.
Very, very shocked.
I'm a big fan. I wonder if I did have some Family Guy on my iPod. I wonder if I've... No, I haven't.
Anyway,
No.
why rang you? Looney John the Globule Junkie's voice.
Yes?
Syrup sponge pudding, I think.
Well done. I see what you've done there. Although it's treacle pudding.
Whatever, if you prefer.
Yes. That's what his voice sounds like, does he?
To me it does, yes.
Oh, yeah, his voice just sounds like...
I've got a good gig for you,
Yes, okay. He's off. Brian's off on a roll here. I'm going to sit back and let this go. Go on in.
Well, you could be a good stand-in for that fella on the BT adverts. Because when he comes on, I always think, oh, that's him, but it's not, is it? But
Now, it's funny you should say that, because I've been his stand-in, but when I used to do it, and then I got bored of doing it, because the money wasn't that great. Well, no, the money was actually all right. I used to get 250 quid, right?
Yeah.
To go into a studio before they made those adverts, and they had like a little cartoon version of the adverts, but it wasn't really a cartoon, it was like still pictures. So you'd see still of him like in moving into the house, then a still of the kids, and then and I had to go and do his voice.
I see.
And it was 250 quid, and then they kept trying to get me to go in at really short notice, and I was like, well, actually, I can't. I missed one, and I don't go back and do it anymore. But yeah, so I'd like to do the adverts because I bet that pays muchos grandos money, sir.
That's big bucks, I should imagine.
Big bubbles, no troubles.
The girl on that's very nice as well.
His older woman. Well, it's a weird story, though, isn't it? That he's like this young man who's got shacked up with this older woman who's got kids, and then they buy a house. And
I thought she's a bit younger than him, isn't she?
no, the premise is supposed to be that she's older than him and has got kids, and he's like,
I'm with you with the kids. With the kids, I'm fine. The kids, no problem. But they're about the same age.
Yeah. No, well, they're a couple.
Yeah, but Yeah, but she's like divorced or something because she's obviously been married to a graphic designer or something.
Yeah, when he comes round, he's a bit of an idiot, isn't he, the ex-husband? Yeah. It's a strange story to try and to make you go, do you know what? I identify with that. I'm going to get a BT.
They're doing a blend 37 on it, I think, to a certain extent.
Yeah,
Gold blend.
but it's not really taken off. Or the what was the one with that woman I used to really fancy? The Oxo family.
It's a bit smug, isn't it?
Yeah. They all need a good kick up the backside.
Anyway, mate.
Thank you, Brian.
Cheers, mate.
There we go. I'm not quite sure what the point of Brian's call was there. I'm very glad he called in, but I don't know what his point was. Are these the only calls we've got left? Jeez. We'll be fine once we get put out of the dead hour. That's not probably make these last 20 minutes. We'll have a go. Joe's in the Clacton.
You make us feel so important, don't you, Ian?
Yes. Well, yeah. Joe, all you are, let's be honest, all you are time fillers.
That's exactly what we are. And I'm only ringing up because it's a dead hour.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, you got a chance of getting on, haven't you?
Well, anyone can get on between 8 and 9 o'clock because no one calls in. It's everyone's... I know why. There's a football match tonight. I think it's Liverpool playing, aren't they, or something?
Someone said, yeah, I'm not a football person, but someone said there's a Champions League, I think, something to do with that.
I was having a chat with some northern bloke the other day, right? Well, it's a chat. I was playing computer games and we were online. And he's going... He kept calling me lad. He's probably younger than me, and he kept calling me lad. He had a Scouse accent, but I can't do a Scouse accent. I had the Scouse. He calmed down. Hey, lad. He's talking. Hey, lad.
Yeah, you're a travelled man, Ian.
Hey, lad. He's going, where are you from, lad? I was going, I'm from London. Hey, what football team do you support? I said, well, I don't support football team. I think football's rubbish. He goes, yeah, so do I. But I support Everton. I said, well, hang on, but you don't like football? No, I don't like it. But you support a football team. Why? Just because it's expected of me, innit? So he was supporting Everton. And then he was talking something. He knew a lot about Everton. I don't know what he was talking about. But it just seemed odd that he didn't like Everton. He didn't like football, but he still had a football team.
But he knew most about it, yeah. No, that's just typical, isn't it?
It's an odd thing. Anyway, Joe, what can I do for thee?
I mean, what I've hung up for, after listening on the phone to Habiba and that, and about the girlfriends and that...
Yeah.
And then... Yeah, I used to date, I mean, not at the moment, but I used to date girls that I was really proud of when people looked at them, you know?
Really?
Yeah, I really like that. And then when people would date them after me, they couldn't handle that, and they were really insecure. But if the girl wants to be with you, then there's nothing anyone can do, is there? If they want to look...
Well,
I can change that.
I have no, doubts about the relationship, and I don't think that, she's going to run off with... I'm just not quite sure how I'm supposed to react, whether I'm supposed to be like, cool, blimey, yeah, I'm going out with a bit of all right, all these... weird Polish builders fancy her, or whether I don't know what I'm supposed to what I'm supposed to feel.
It'll be like flashing off your iPhone when you get it, saying, "Oh, look what I've got."
Is it the iPhone I'm going for? Is that the one?
I don't know. I thought that's what you agreed on.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the iPhone. We'll see. We'll see. Joe, listen. Yes, go on.
I picked up on. Sorry, is the Britain's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was on either.
It's on all this week, 8 o'clock on Channel 5.
Yeah, well, I'm going to remember now for the rest of the week.
Well, this is what
I want to know where they do it. I keep looking on the internet, but I can't find because
I would love to go and see the Britain's Strongest Man live. I'd love to go and see it.
I would, and I'd love to find out. I think they do it in April or May, don't they? They film it.
Yeah, something like that.
So but I cannot find any information. So if anyone's got any,
I'd
like to call in and tell.
Joe, if we find out, I'll buy you a drink there.
Hey, I'll be looking forward to that.
Cheers, fella.
Cheers, Ian.
There we go. 0870 90909. So I think Britain's Strongest Man is one of the greatest. The world's Strongest Man is better, in all honesty. But it's a brilliant concept. Lots of fat men lifting buses. Steve.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Steve.
How you doing this evening?
I'm fine. I believe you've called in about my excellent idea of library.com.
I certainly have.
It's a good one, isn't it?
It's very good, actually. But I think there is somebody out there that already does a similar thing to that.
Oh, go on.
Have you heard of bookcrossing.com?
Book crossing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So I'm halfway through a delivery.
What are you delivering? A fat baby or something?
No, groceries.
You're a Tesco's boy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Good job. We like that. Bookcrossing.com?
Yeah, either that or .co.uk, something like that.
And what is that? What is it?
The concept behind it is people get books.
Yeah.
Then, once they've read it, they release it into...
Oh, they leave it on a bench or something like that. Yeah, I am aware of that, because I remember Clive Bull tried to do this about maybe a couple of years ago, where it is a brilliant idea, and I did it as well. I joined in with him and did it, where he had loads of like CDs printed up that just said "Play Me," And on it was him going, I'm Clive Bull, I'm on at this time of the night, you found this CD, this is kind of what we do.
Oh, right.
And he left, he left CDs on trains and tubes and on buses and stuff like that. I don't think it actually worked. I don't think he got many calls as a result of it.
Well, I used it a little while ago.
Yeah.
And one of my books ended up in North America.
Well, how do you know? So how do you know that?
Well, what basically happens is you get a reference number when you release the book.
Yeah.
You stick that inside the book with the website and the reference number.
Yeah.
And whoever picks the book up or wherever it ends up logs into the website and tells you where it ends up.
Do you know what? That's not. That looks like quite good fun, actually. I might have a go at that.
It is a very good one.
But have you found any books?
I haven't actually. No, I've tried to hunt them out and stuff.
Yeah.
But by the time I get there, they're gone.
Yeah. So people leave clues as to where they are.
Yeah. Well, what you could do is you could turn around and say left it on the 910 to Charing Cross or something, or left it on a bench by this park, or left it in a charity shop, and you go in there, get it, read it, pass it on, and then you just leave.
Hang on a minute. Okay.
A note on the book crossing website.
Let's have a look. So let's go to the go hunting, United Kingdom. Let's have a. Where's London? Is London up there? Would it be under Greater London? How do they do it? Greater London. Here we go. Let's see what books are out there. Oh, look! I wonder if there's one in Muswell Hill. No. All right, listen, Steve, I'll let you get on. Cheers for that.
Okay, no worries, mate.
Thanks, mate. There we go. It's still not quite library.com. Library.com still works as a concept. This looks excellent. It's time for this, isn't it? Yes? Here's the Travelling Sounds Man.
Thanks very much. We're looking at problems, I'm afraid, still to the east of town in Hackney with queues on Mare Street because the traffic lights aren't working at the junction with Wells Street. Also problems with the traffic lights in the city as well. They're not working on Aldgate in either direction at Leadenhall Street. In Esher, roadworks are blocking off a lane heading into town on the A3, just near Copsham Lane. And we're getting reports coming in from the buses of a crash in Woolwich. It's on Bloomfield Road. If you've got any updates on that or anything else that's happening across town, call us on the jam line 08068 60 18. On the tubes, now there's still delays on the Victoria line after there was a broken down train earlier at Warren Street. And don't forget, of course, that after 10 o'clock tonight, there's no Victoria line in service. That's for ongoing engineering works. The overground trains at the moment, though, are running well. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in half an hour.
I'm in my 30s, and after 20 years of anorexia, I've got the body of an old man.
I have midnight feast when I'm fast asleep.
I've been married for 2.5 years, and I met my wife 2 weeks ago.
I found out my best friend is sleeping with my 18-year-old son.
You couldn't make me up. With Nick Ferrari at breakfast. All this week at 10 to 9. LBC 97.3.
If you want to make your life a little more fruitful, LBC 97.3 and hotcourses.com have the answer. Whether it's giving your brain a workout or your career a healthy boost, hotcourses.com has details of thousands of courses, from gardening to pole dancing and everything in between. And you can even read student reviews to help you choose, or check out the new Hot Courses magazine in all good newsagents. Hotcourses.com with LBC 97.3. 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Sorry, that was my fault entirely. Chaz.
Yeah, hi there, Iain.
Hello, Chaz.
How's it going, mate?
All right, thank you. Good.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate. Just phoning, just because I mean, I'm a young lad.
Yes.
I'm in my 20s, early 20s.
How old? What? 23?
No, I'm 20. I'm 20. I'll be 21 in a couple of months.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with the people out there. Straight out, I used to get into my fair bit of trouble back a couple of years back. And I'm happy to say that I've turned myself around in the past 4 years, and I'm now a law-abiding citizen and happy to be so. But what's been going on recently with all these shootings and all these stabbings and all this business, I really want to get to the root of what's going on now. With just the youth these days, what's going through people's heads to just at such a young age, like picking up a gun and just shooting people for no apparent reason.
How are you going to do that?
Well, I want to conduct some kind of research, right, to kind of try and work out what's going through these children's minds. I mean, I've got some ideas myself.
Well, what do you think is going through their minds?
Well, I think that what's contributing to these problems is that 9 number one, these kids kind of sit at home quite a bit at the time and are playing mega violent computer games.
Right, that's got nothing to do with it. Next point.
Wait, okay, no, but wait. But
Yeah, it's got no, Chaz, playing computer games has got nothing to do with. I've been playing violent computer games since I was 8, and I have never once picked up a gun and shot someone. So that's nonsense.
That linked with the fact that a lot of these kids, right, are taking...
But no, not linked with that, because the computer games has got nothing to do with it.
No, but they're playing these computer games while taking some kind of drugs.
Chaz, you're speaking cliches and talking nonsense. Playing computer games does not make people go out and shoot people. That's a fact.
Okay, I can take that, right? I can take that point.
Good.
But linked in with many other things.
No, don't link it in. Don't link it into anything, because it's got nothing to do with
I'll
it.
link it in for you. The fact that I think that the drugs that are coming onto our streets as well these days, like to be sold at a higher price, etc. What's going on? I think that there are many more chemicals going into them than years back.
But what drugs are you talking about?
Well, just standard cannabis, for example, which kids get hold of very easily.
Have you ever tried cannabis?
I have, I'll be honest.
Right. Cannabis isn't going to make you go out and shoot people. It's going to make you go out and buy Twix.
Okay, but...
it's true, though. You're not going to be bothered to shoot someone.
No, of course. But what I'm saying is that mixed with certain chemicals that people...
What chemicals? Come on, give me specifics, Chaz.
Specifics?
Yeah, what chemicals?
Right, well, there are going to be some chemicals such as, anything that's going to make people think that the content of their drug is more potent just by sight.
You're not. That sentence doesn't mean anything.
Okay. Well, I couldn't, to be honest, give you absolute specifics of chemicals which would be going into drugs these days.
Right.
Simply because I don't have the equipment to test it.
Okay.
I personally don't use cannabis anymore. It's been a couple of years now.
Right. Well done, you.
And I just feel that obviously part of the problem is the upbringing of these children, of the youth these days as well. Obviously, in poorer areas of the country, things are going to be tougher for people, and I can appreciate that. But I still don't feel that people should be knifing each other or shooting each other, etc.
Well, no one feels that people should be knifing each other and shooting each other.
Well, I think that in inverted commas, the normality of the population don't think we should. But obviously, the youth now think that it's cool to go out killing people.
Well, no, they don't. No, they don't do that. The youth don't think it's cool to go out killing people.
Well, the ones who do obviously do.
Well, we don't. Well, first of all, we don't know what the ones who do are thinking. We don't know. We're never going to know what they're thinking. We're never going to know if they're on drugs, or if they're mentally unwell, or if they're just nasty people, or if they were. We're never going to know what they're thinking. So you can't just say the youth think it's cool to go out and kill, because of course they don't, do they?
Well, obviously the majority of the youth don't.
Right.
I think another factor, which again is
okay. Well, you're saying another factor. We've yet to establish one factor from you, Chaz, that isn't an ill thought out cliche. But I'm prepared to stick with it, because there's obviously something that's troubling you, and maybe we'll get there at some point.
Okay. Fair enough. Again, like, it may be in some views a cliche or whatever, but I feel that this is going to sound so bad, but anyways, hip hop these days, the lyrics of it have got a lot more violent. In US hip hop, etc. And
but again, they're just songs, though. They're just songs.
But because of the way people interpret things, obviously everyone interprets things differently.
But a song isn't going to make you go.
Because of the people who are singing these songs, right? Because of the kind of
multi-millionaire rap stars who live in LA mansions.
That's right. But because of the image they give out in their hip hop videos, etc.
Right.
People are going to think, well, yeah, if we carry out what these people are doing, well then I'm going to be just as
they're not.
Not carry out what these people are doing, but carry out what they're saying. I'm going to be just as cool as them.
They're not though. People would go around shooting people and knifing people, whether there was hip hop or not. That has nothing to do with it at all. They're just songs. That's all they are, is songs. Songs don't make people go out and shoot people.
No, but well, if you look back at the songs that were going around in the 60s and 70s, they weren't really about, it wasn't gangster rap, was it? And I feel that there was a lot less, well, I think, from what I've heard, there were a lot less youth shootings and
Right, of course, but that's got nothing to do with the music. That's just got to do with the availability of guns and the whole different things. The music is always just a footnote to what is actually going on in a certain period in time.
Well, what do you think, Ian, about the whole situation?
Don't really, honestly?
Yeah, honestly.
Doesn't really
honestly, not lie.
Honestly, I don't really think about it. Doesn't concern me, don't bother me. It's sad that people have been shot, but it's nothing to do with me.
Well, I suppose you say that, but it's got.
Well,
it's got. No.
I say that because that's the truth, Chaz. You're about to try and change what I'm saying, and but.
No, I'm not at all because obviously the truth is what I ask for, and the truth is what is everyone's individual, personal thoughts.
Yes.
What it's got to the point nowadays where I feel that when I was getting into my fair bits of trouble, etc. I'd be honest again, I sometimes used to carry a knife with me. It was never to mug anyone, it wasn't to stab them, it wasn't to harm them. It was to be able to say, if I got into trouble, well, just kind of a little lift up of the shirt and say, don't mess with me, I've got a knife. Not to use it, because I never would have used it. And
but then, Chaz, stay there, because you said something very interesting. I've got to go to the ads.
Day 2. Our nets are still empty. Everyone's sick. Waves never stop pounding against the hull. Fear. You don't know what fear is until you've looked a 60-foot wave in the eye. We're soaked through. All I can taste is brine. Endless rain and waves in the grey. The nets keep twisting in the gale. What the hell are we doing here? Some would call it mad. But at $50K a week, it's our job.
5 days of blood, sweat and tears continues tonight with a double bill of Deadliest Catch. 9 p.m. on Discovery Channel.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
So why did you carry a knife then, Chaz?
Right, I used to carry a knife. Fair enough. Because due to the people I used to hang around, and the situations I used to get into, I used to feel safer carrying some kind of weapon with me.
Right.
That could be used for defence, and defence only.
Well, but no, you don't. The thing is, a knife isn't a very defensive weapon, is it? A knife is an attacking weapon.
It's the scare factor of it.
Okay, but then, so what made you stop carrying the knife?
Various events that made me stop carrying a knife. The main one was actually seeing one of my good friends very badly injured
with a knife. But you must know that if you're carrying a knife, someone at some point is going to get injured by the knife.
Well, it wasn't actually a knife. He actually got shot and got killed in front of me.
Okay, well that's very sad, obviously. But then you must know that. But carrying weapons at some point they are going to get used. You must have known that. You can't have been naive and stupid enough not to have realised that was an almost certain outcome of carrying a weapon.
Well, I'll be honest with you, is that fair enough, it may be naive now with hindsight, etc., but I never felt the need, or it never crossed my mind that I'd ever actually have to use it on anyone or in any situation. Again, it was just for the scare factor.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't think things have changed that much. I've been out with a friend when I was 16, 17, and he got slashed across the chest with a knife. It's been around for a long time, really.
Of course, but what the point I'm trying to get to now is that I feel that I think a lot of people back a couple of years back, did used to carry weapons with them more for the scare factor.
Mm.
And I feel that that's changed within the past couple of years, and the people now, I would have been scared to have used a knife on someone. I wouldn't have.
Well, that's
I would have been very scared to have used a knife on someone. But I feel that nowadays, people who are carrying these kinds of weapons.
Are you talking about people who are younger than you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I've got to go to the news in a minute. But what you're doing is what everyone does when they get older. They look down, and I do it, everyone does it. When they get older, they look at the younger people and go, well, it wasn't like that in my day, when, if you think about it, it probably was. Everyone's saying now, kids these days, they drink too much. When I was 14, when I was 15, 16, I was in parks drinking Thunderbird off my face, It's always been the same. So be careful, Chaz, not to fall into the trap of looking at younger people and going, well, they're much worse than I was.
No, I'm not.
Chaz, listen, I've got to go.
All right, mate.
It's nice talking to you, mate. Take care.
And you take care.
Bye-bye, there we go. Pradeep. Well, that was, what a nice fella. There we go. Sam.
Hello.
I'll come to you after the news if that's all right. Thank you. Speak to you later. Ta-ta.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 9, police investigate a possible revenge shooting in southeast London. A war of words breaks out over Winehouse, and mixed news from the Carling Cup as West Ham suffer a horror injury. It's 9 o'clock. I'm Holly Holland. Police say a shooting outside a nightclub in southeast London may have been a revenge attack. The victim, who is in her 30s, is in a stable condition after she was shot several times outside Virgo's on the Old Kent Road yesterday morning. Detectives believe she may have been caught up in a row with 4 males and door staff earlier. Scotland Yard have arrested 4 people following a shooting in Tottenham. An air ambulance was used to take the 20-year-old victim to hospital following reports shots were fired in the High Road at around 1:30 this afternoon. He's in a stable condition. It's emerged a pilot who died in a plane crash in Essex alongside his 3-year-old daughter may have steered his aircraft away from the M25. Emergency services say the single-engine plane came down in a field at Navestock, just 30 yards from the motorway. Police say the 43-year-old pilot and the girl died instantly. A woman in her early 40s suffered head and facial injuries. Amy Winehouse's father has reacted angrily to calls from her in-laws to boycott the singer's records. The parents of her husband, Blake Fielder Civil, think fans shouldn't buy her records until she cleans up her act. But Mitch Winehouse says the in-laws could do more themselves to help Amy and Blake. Heat Magazine's Lucy Cave told LBC they may have a point.
The fact that Amy Winehouse's in-laws have suddenly said don't buy her records, I mean, I think that is a bit ridiculous, but it does actually, explain how serious her problem is and how worried people around her actually are. I just think they're clutching at straws a bit, really, because I think if someone's, addicted to drugs and has got a problem like that, then something, not buying her records is not really going to make any difference.
Liverpool football fans have paid their own tributes to Reece Jones, who was shot dead last Wednesday. Before the club's Champions League qualifier against Toulouse, supporters applauded the 11-year-old's family who were at Anfield. Despite Reece having been a rival Everton fan, the Reds played out their anthem as a mark of respect. Liverpool's PR man Brian Hall introduced the music.
The family has said that the thought of Z cars being played at Anfield would have really made Reece smile. In memory of Reece Jones, Z-Cars.
In sport, let's catch up with those Carling Cup games. Alex, how are the London sides getting on?
Well, the second halves of this evening's Carling Cup second-round ties are just underway, and Craig Bellamy scored his first goals for West Ham to go 2-0 up at Bristol Rovers, but Kieran Dyer suffered a suspected broken leg. London's other Premier League side in action, Fulham, are still goalless at League Two outfit Shrewsbury. Could be an upset there. Charlton lead Stockport 2-0 at the Valley in the 8 o'clock kickoff, but Watford are now 2-0 down at Southend. Leighton Orient hopes an upset at Cardiff are alive. It's 0-0 there.
Alex Jensen reporting there. And on the tubes in London's travel news, there are still delays to the Victoria line. And in London's weather, more cloud tonight, but it'll be dry with lows of 15 degrees Celsius. LBC, it's 9:03.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
One of the following statements about the Lexus IS 220D is made up. The rest are true. It unlocks automatically as you, the driver, approach it. Its engine starts at the touch of a button. It's available with monthly payments of just £279 plus VAT until the end of September. OK. I lied. They're all true. The Lexus IS 220D. Arrange a test drive at Lexus Park Lane, Edgware Road, Hatfield, Southend or Woodford. Business users only, initial rental required. Lexus. The pursuit of perfection.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
dun dun dun. Oh, a good blog from Peter in Brazil. I'll forward that on to you, Helen. There we go. Good blog from Peter. Thank you, Peter. Excellent stuff as usual. It's part 3 of the show. I forgot I was going to call each hour part 1, part 2 and part 3. I must try and remember to do that. Part 3 of the show. 0870 90 90 973. OK, so things to do. What's your things to do list for tomorrow? Do you actually write them down? Because I do. If I don't write them down, I don't do it. And it's kind of like a simple thing that I've discovered. If the night before, I write down the thing, and I put things to do, underline it, dash, and then if I write it down, I'll do most of them. I'll do about 80% of those things. If it's a short list, I'll do them all. But I'll do most of them, so that's good. What else was it? Potential lady co-presenters we're talking about. Maybe I'll mention the row of the woman tomorrow, because we'll see how we go. There's a big thing. Row, the stupid woman. World's Strongest Man, library.com, garden fences. There we go. Sam.
Hello.
Hello, Sam.
I want to talk about something else today.
Okay.
On the 20th of June, I did a sponsored jog for the Heart Foundation.
Okay.
At Lloyd Park in Croydon.
Okay. On the 20th of June, I went to the gym at 11 a.m. then had a read-through of a show afterwards.
And you know what? It's a wonder I got there, because 2 weeks before I badly hurt my knee.
Oh, crikey.
And the GP said it'd take 6 weeks to heal. And I said, no. And I thought, no, I've got to do this.
You said, no.
I ignored him.
You ignored the doctor. Always sensible advice there.
I did it.
Or not,
I ran. And then I got tired, so I walked it. So it took 10 minutes to walk 1 kilometre. So it's a wonder I did 3 kilometres. I completed it in half an hour. But what I was surprised to know is that one of the radio stations was there.
Who?
Well, I'm allowed to say.
Well, yeah.
Hearts, I think. Yeah, they were there, and they were giving out coasters and key rings.
Hang on, look, Peter sent me in what I think is a sarcastic email. Iain, like you, I've played lots of violent computer games and never killed anyone. So yeah, it must be a fact there's no relation. I've also smoked cigarettes and not got cancer, so they're not related either. Fact. And I drink beer, but I'm not an alcoholic, so they can't be related either. Fact. Cool, I like your thinking, keep it up. What, Peter? Are you crazy? Yes, Sam?
So, I was thinking that could be an idea. What you need to do is you need to get out there to the public if you want LBC to be known.
I'm all right.
You know Peter Powell, you and all the
Peter
presenters.
Powell?
Wasn't he on Radio 1 years ago? He came to the Whitgift Centre and did a show there.
Right. You want
So
to...
did Radio London.
Right. So hang on.
So they got out there in the public. It's like the Rolling Stones. They wouldn't have gone anywhere. They just sat in this.
Oh, this is that stupid woman who likes the Rolling Stones.
And they wouldn't have just got anywhere. They sat in this studio.
How she turned it round to the Rolling Stones? What do you mean they wouldn't have got anywhere? They sat in their studio. It's got bands are different from radio stations, because for a band to get in the studio, they have to go out there, and then someone says, "You're good. Come into my recording studio and make a record."
Yeah, but if you'd gone to Trafalgar Square, right?
Why?
Then you could be known, LBC.
LBC, what? But why? I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out.
Advertising on ITV, the other radio stations do.
Because it costs a flipping fortune. And they used to advertise on ITV, and I don't think I had any of it. Remember that awful advert with Nick Ferrari, all yellow, rowing down the underground? It was awful.
Yeah, but it's got to be imaginative.
You don't get much more imaginative than a yellow Nick Ferrari canoeing down an underground line. That's quite imaginative.
It's got to capture all the audience. Old and young. You shouldn't think of people in terms of age. Well, each decade is special, and people get.
What are you talking about? Each decade is special.
Yeah, because
you shouldn't think of people in ages.
People know themselves.
You shouldn't think of people, but oh God Almighty.
Anyway, and also.
So you think Clive Ball should go to the Whitgift Centre?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll mention that. Well, by a strange coincidence, I think his show tonight is from the Whitgift Centre.
No, it's not.
I think. Hang on a minute. I've got an email here.
It's closed down.
Hang on a minute.
The Whitgift Centre's closed now.
Hang on. Let me just get this email up. Hang on. Here we go. Oh, hang on a minute. This is from Clive Ball. From Clive Ball to everyone at LBC. Hello, everyone. Clive Ball here. Just to let you know, Tuesday night show, I'll be live at the Whitgift Centre. I know what you're thinking. It's closed down at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But they've opened it up especially for me. I do hope you can make it. If not, make sure you stay tuned between 10 and 1 on LBC 97.3 for me, Clive Ball, live at the Whitgift Centre. Well, isn't that a coincidence?
Not just the Whitgift, there are other...
Well, that's where he's at tonight. He can't do more than one shopping centre.
No, he's not there. They wouldn't open it at 10 at night.
Well, why don't you...
Would you be there to listen doesn't.
Why don't you stay tuned and find out, Weird Sam?
No, I don't believe him.
What?
He won't be doing a show.
Are you calling Clive Bull a liar?
No, but it seems.
Are you calling Clive Bull a liar?
No, but.
Well, then he's at the Whitgift Centre tonight.
Really?
Well, that's what he says in his email.
Too late for me to go down there. I'm too scared to go to the Whitgift Centre at night.
Well, then.
Things happen at night,
yes,
violence.
violence happens at night.
Yeah.
Yes.
So these youth, they should channel their energy. They could do sponsored jogs and things like that.
Youths aren't going to do sponsored jogs, are they?
Yeah, then
I'm not going to do sponsored jogs. What's the point in a sponsored jog?
It releases excess energy.
No, it doesn't. It just makes them more frustrated and more angry with society. You get some youths on a sponsored jog, they're going to go on a killing spree afterwards because they'll be knackered.
No, because the police should confiscate all their guns.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
They shouldn't allow them to have guns.
That is a good
There shouldn't be gun shops in...
Helen, can we send an email to the police saying that they shouldn't allow guns and they should confiscate all guns they find? Can we do that, Helen's...
Yeah, from youths and other people.
All guns?
Is it all guns, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, all guns. The police should...
gun amnesty.
The police should confiscate all guns and they shouldn't allow people to buy guns.
I can do that.
You got that? Excellent. Thank you, Helen. We're on the case.
In trouble.
What?
Am I going to be in trouble? Are you really doing this?
We're actually doing it, yeah, and we're going to say that Sam in Thornton Heath suggested it.
Do you think it's a bad idea?
Well, we're going to write... It's too late. She's just hit the send button. It's been emailed
please.
to the police.
Yeah.
Well done, Sam. It looks like you've started a campaign.
Well, it's a good idea. I mean, if they catch them with guns, just confiscate them and have a gun amnesty.
I think if they catch them with guns, they should shoot them in the foot. Seriously, they won't carry guns again. Get the gun, shoot them in the foot. That'll teach them a lesson. It's not a fatal injury, but they'll remember that for the rest of their lives.
Guns and then destroy them.
And melt them down and build a lovely peace statue with them.
Yeah,
I'm being serious. They should melt them down and build a lovely bust of a couple having sex.
The toy guns.
And the toy guns.
Yeah, because somebody...
They should melt that down and build a lovely
and was
image of
shot
Postman Pat.
and the police thought he had a gun on him, but he didn't.
And they should ban... And they should ban table legs.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep. Maybe. Well, Sam, it's a...
Don't they have got knife amnesty, so they should have gun amnesty. That's all.
They should. It's a good point you make, Sam. Well done, you.
No, you're being sarcastic.
Yes, I am. Jade.
Hello.
God,
hello.
Hello, Jade.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
I just thought I'd give you a quick call about your conversation earlier about you don't appreciate men that look at your girlfriend when you're with her.
Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel.
Well, from a woman's point of view, I rather a guy look at me when I'm with my boyfriend. It just reminds my boyfriend what he's got.
Oh, alrighty, I see what you... And are you worth looking at, Jade?
I am indeed.
Are you sure?
I am definitely.
I'm going to sit back and you describe yourself to the ladies and gentlemen and to me and Alex.
I'm 5'2", slim, tanned, blonde hair, green eyes. That's about it, really.
Clean eyes, did you say?
Green eyes.
What's a clean eye?
Green eyes. I've got clean eyes, but green eyes.
Hang on a minute, we can get some appropriate... hang on, how does the alphabet work these days? They've changed it, haven't they? They've moved two of the letters around. OK, hang on, let's carry on describing, Jade.
Well, I'm bubbly, I've got a boyfriend, and I love him lots. That's it, really. I'm toned, I've got good dress sense. Yeah, that's it. You take me off the music now. Hello? No, seriously, that's all I've got to say. Hello? Am I that boring? Has the phone been put down on me? Hello?
She's gone. That was a shame. I was hoping we get more descriptions. Hello, Marie.
Hello.
Hello.
Who is it?
What do you mean, who is it? Who's that?
It's Terrell.
What?
It's Terrell.
Who? Why does it say Marie on my screen?
Oh, you're probably talking about Rob. Mommy, it's the geezer off the radio!
Oh,
Hello?
Hello, it's the geezer off the radio.
Oh, that was my son, sorry.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, that was the funniest thing. Marie, I've got to go to the travel now. Sorry, love.
Oh, okay.
Can I come back to you in a minute?
Yeah, all right then.
Okay, thank you. It's the geezer off the radio. It's that bird off the radio. Let's have the travel.
Thanks very much. Well, let's start off with a look at the tubes. If you need to head out onto the Underground, things are looking much better now as the delays have cleared from the Victoria line after there was delays following a broken down train earlier. But don't forget that after 10 o'clock, of course, there'll be no Victoria line running at all, and that's for ongoing engineering works. Overground train, that's also looking good at the moment. And also on the roads, not much to talk about there at the moment. It's all looking pretty good as we move into this evening. There's no reports of any problems on the motorways, but don't forget, if you spot any problems across town, you can always call us on the jam line. That's 08000 68 60 80. To the east of town in Hackney, there are delays on Mare Street because the traffic lights still aren't working at the junction with Wells Street, and also problems with the traffic lights in the city as well on Aldgate, both directions at Leadenhall Street, so make sure you approach that junction with some care as well. LBC 97.3 travel, your next update is in half an hour.
Mr. London at breakfast.
Nick's always happy to hear from his fans.
Dear hideous chinless Swiss cheese ball, you are a talentless lump of flabby neck lard with goofy atomic teeth and a brain the size of an Action Man golf ball. You're also illiterate and have horrible friends, you fat gormless fool. Having you on the payroll is almost as embarrassing as employing James O'Reilly and Steve the Cow Allen. That is sensational.
And that's just from the boss. Make up your own mind. Listen to Nick Ferrari at breakfast. You'll find him in between Steve Allen and James O'Brien. Weekday mornings from 7 on London's biggest conversation, LBC 97.3. Breach is the true story of the biggest spy scandal in US history. A compelling new thriller starring Chris Cooper and Brian Felipe. Breach is in cinemas from Friday, August the 31st. And all this week, James O'Brien is interviewing spy specialists. So prepare for some amazing but true spy stories. You could also win a digital camera at lbc.co.uk/breach. Breach. How do you beat a spy at his own game? Find out weekday mornings from 10, all this week with James O'Brien. LBC 97.3. LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee. Good evening.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Marie, it's that geezer off the radio again.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi. I was listening to some of your calls earlier.
Yes.
Talking about gun violence and teenagers, and aren't they bad teenagers?
Yeah.
I've been ranting at my son, but now I think he's switched off a bit, so I've called you to rant instead.
OK, go on then, have a rant.
Basically, I don't understand how people assume that they're so intelligent that video games and TV shows and rap music, it won't affect them, but everybody else it affects.
Exactly.
It will turn ultra violent.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I grew up watching WWF, it was at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan and all that, Ultimate Warrior, I used to love it. And listening to NWA and all of that sort of stuff, and I never ran around the streets shooting up people.
I think if you are mentally unstable,
exactly,
then that kind of music and films and games could possibly trigger you off. But then something else would have triggered you off anyway because you're mentally unstable.
It would have happened at some point.
Yeah, it's not specifically the fact that you're playing a game or listening to rap. It's the fact that you're unwell and something is going to flick that switch, and it just happens. That happens to be the trigger.
Teenagers have always been. I mean, on buses, teenagers have always been rowdy.
Yeah, of course.
I went to an all-girls school, and oh my gosh, on the bus was terrible.
Yeah,
in fact, it was worse because they used to smoke as well.
I used to do it, and the thing is, I was thinking about this the other day because I heard Nick Abbott doing this, and I thought, well, this is interesting. He's saying that is that it's always, as you get older, you always look at teenagers, and go, well, it wasn't like that in my day.
Exactly.
Well, actually, It was like that in my day. I was drinking, there were people taking drugs, there were people carrying knives, you know.
And all the old people sitting at the front of the bus used to be looking at you in the same way.
Exactly.
The only difference is that now they have mobile phones that can play music out loud, so they do. We didn't have that.
No, we used to have ghetto blasters.
Well, I didn't have that.
No, I didn't have it, but you have like a big cassette player, then you play it aloud.
I played a cassette with earphones that went, over my head.
Yes.
But I didn't have a phone that played music. If I did, maybe I would. I don't know. People were always rowdy on the bus.
Marie, can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
When did this become a serious show?
I don't know.
It suddenly just changed, didn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, someone called earlier and it just really wound me up. And I wasn't going to call you. I've never called before.
Well done you.
Fun. He started glazing over, his eyes were rolling.
Yeah.
He wasn't really listening, and I had to tell someone my feelings, and I felt that you would understand.
I understand. My eyes have glazed over slightly.
Feel it. Oh, really?
I
could say the same.
How cheeky! Bless you, Marie. Well, listen, thank you for calling in, and do call again.
Bye, kiss, kiss, bye.
Bye, kiss, kiss, bye. Can you believe it, Richard? I'm tackling issues.
I don't know what's happening to you these days.
I don't know, but I'm tackling them. And can I just say, I think I'm tackling them rather well, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I mean, the last half an hour's been a revelation.
Gun crime, knife crime, and whatever else we were talking about that was serious. But I've done it, and I've done it better than Gaunty ever could, even on a good day. Anyway, Richard, let's get off it now, because it's boring me. What have you called in for?
You've been saying, what's the phrase? I've just forgot the phrase now.
What?
The thing you said to, about,
what?
The thing that was on Howard Stern.
I need some verbs and I need some nouns in this sentence.
I'm trying to think now. You just said it about a minute ago.
Baba Booey?
No, good on you or something. It's not
good for you.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. All right, well, let's hang on. Let's find out where is this Howard Stern thing? Because if anyone doesn't know, I was on the Howard Stern show, and it's under Baba Booey, isn't it? Yes. Hang on a second. Let's. So hang on. This is it.
The Howard Stern Show.
I'm going to play the whole thing. It's worth playing.
Baba Booey, the NFL Network.
So he gets people to say Baba Booey in the background, similar to Pradeep, and then he plays the clips.
I was a football player. Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Yeah. Anyway, it's getting crazy out here, ladies and gentlemen.
And listen to Howard Stern and his stupid co-presenter Robin, I think her name is. They know nothing about Britain.
Subway Series showdown of the season, live at Shea Stadium. Dave Carlin, CBS 2 News.
Fox News.
Trying to show that there's due process here, but I think that's where it's going to wind up when all is said and done. She's going to be the Bahamas next to her son.
Well, Howard K. Stern is speaking. Let's listen. Baba Booey. Channel 4 St. Louis.
In hindsight, do you wish you could have done more? You know, that question has come up.
The Howard Stern Show.
It's a bunch of. I could add one to that, actually. This is a London radio station.
Yeah?
Yeah, some guy called in and Baba Booey'd here. Add this one to that promo.
And you're on Tuesday, are you? Filling in for me? Okay, well there we go. That's got to be worth having a listen, hasn't it? I sounded really insincere and sarcastic. It's got to be worth listening to him, isn't it? No, it probably will be. I can't make it not sound insincere now, so I'll stop talking about it. He's on at 1 o'clock. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Yeah?
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Yeah?
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Is this a recording?
No, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Is this actually a person?
Yes.
Oh, in that case, it's got like a sort of hiss to it, as though it's a recording. But well done, you.
Thank you.
Well done,
Baba
you.
Booey.
Well done, you.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
I'm quite happy to let you stay on for the next half an hour doing this.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Much love.
And they put the phone down. I am losing my voice now.
He showed him. Boy, that sounds like an annoying radio show.
Yeah, that guy's annoying.
I've been over in London and heard their radio, and it's just annoying. And
I didn't even understand a word he said.
I know, and I think they're so intelligent.
It's my language.
You know what it is? Like the radio over there is like state controlled or government
well, they
controlled.
have some independent, but the the big ones are the BBC. Yeah.
And as soon as the government gets involved in any kind of media, it's just horse. You know, like
what are they talking about though?
They're actually
nonsense,
loosening up a little bit because they want to make some money.
Just talks about classical
but
music.
that guy's terrible.
Well, that whole country is the size of Philadelphia, so you can imagine their media doesn't really make any money. You know what I mean?
Well, they could make money, but the BBC insists on putting everything on, so they'll have hours and hours of classical music.
Yeah, they don't care how they torture people.
People really don't want to listen to.
I mean, how could you listen to that guy? What did he say? He wanted to say good for you, but it was like...
Well done you.
Good you.
Good you.
Well done you.
Well done you. Good you.
Yeah.
Shut up. Learn how to speak.
You.
Yeah.
I don't see what's wrong with saying well done you.
Yeah, well done you. Have you been saying that more recently? I've only just noticed it.
I think I've been saying it for a while. I think it's just one of those things I say, well done you. But that makes sense, doesn't it? That's a grammatically correct sentence. Would you couldn't understand a word, you stupid mare?
Yeah, Philip from South Norwich.
Aren't we clever? We can swear on the radio. Well done, yeah, well done you. Anyway.
Did you hear Philip from South Norwich talk about it to Clive last night?
Oh, no, I didn't. What was he saying?
I think he got a bit confused. I think he thought that...
Philip got confused?
I think he thought that Howard was very complimentary about your show.
Well, hang on. Let's just listen to Howard being complimentary. Hang on.
Boy, that sounds like an annoying radio show.
Yeah, right. It's not that complimentary, is it, really? Bless him. No, he was very rude about the show. Anyway.
The caught him picking up tonight. After last night.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. A bank holiday, always really quiet. Although the dead hour tonight was very quiet. But I have a full switchboard in front of me, which is a beautiful sight to behold.
I mean, one technique that other presenters do when they've got no calls is to start a list. Have you thought about that?
Doing a list?
Yeah.
Doing a list. I don't think I could get away with doing a list.
No, maybe it's only for certain people who can pull that off.
Well, Richard, are you making sly digs?
I don't know, maybe...
No, hang on, I am making a list. What are you talking about? I'm making a list of...
Good to do a list.
No, I am making a list. I'm making a list of potential female co-presenters. Lorraine Kelly, Jessica Stevenson, Connie Huck, it won't be her, Alison Ferns, Anna Rayburn, Daisy Sampson, Saya, Gemma Atkinson, Jean from Leighton, Cilla Black, Daisy Donovan and Habiba. Anyone you want to add to the list?
I'd quite like Habiba to come in.
Oh, no.
It's the best one you've had so far.
No. Gemma Atkinson's high up on my list.
Just what I actually called in for was the library thing. Library.com.
Library.com. It's a brilliant idea, isn't it? It's a library service that works like...
I presume you've tried to make analogies with the DVD thing.
So it's like Blockbusters online, but it's for library books.
If you look at there's two aspects what I've just been thinking of, what I've focused on.
Okay.
When they send you the DVDs, they send you little envelopes, don't they?
Yeah.
And if they were to send you...
He's about to pick out the one flaw in the plan. I knew this flaw existed, I just haven't mentioned it yet. Okay, go on.
Well, the envelopes would... they'd have to send you lots of big boxes, wouldn't they? And each box would have to be the size of the books, wouldn't they?
Okay, but that's okay. Well, that's not actually the flaw because that's doable. That's possible to do. Or just a brown jiffy bag.
Yeah, maybe. But I think this is the killer. This next one.
Yeah.
If you think how much a DVD costs to send back,
you've got it.
Postage.
You've got it.
Yeah, you've figured it out now.
I figured it out. It's the cost of doing it would be a problem, but not insurmountable. It could be worked out.
Well, I mean, if you could only do it with really light books, I suppose.
Yeah.
If you were doing it, with hard, you'd have to be all paperbacks for a start.
Damn you, Richard, and you. I still think it's a goer, though.
Okay, if you insist.
Right, I'm cutting you off now. Yeah, goodbye. Ruining my plan. I knew that. Yes, I knew someone would spot the fatal flaw. Lorraine.
Hello, Ian.
How marvellous to have you back.
Back? I've been here all the time.
Well, you haven't called in for a while.
Well, I've been busy.
There we go. That's why I'm saying how marvellous to have you back.
Thanks. Anyway, talking about the strongest man.
Yes.
I don't like all those beefy things.
Oh, hang on 1 second. Sorry. 9-8, you're on the wireless.
Don't go away. There's more after the news.
OK, well, we haven't got to the news yet, but thank you. Yes, carry on.
I said, no, they're not attractive at all.
No, I didn't say they were attractive.
They're too big and...
No, they're just big fat men.
I go for a bum, a nice bum.
I go for nice bums as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, a nice, and when I say nice bum, quite a big bum, actually.
No, it's got a curvy bum.
I like a nice big...
No, not on a woman, not on a
I like big
man.
butts, I cannot lie.
A bit bit of something. That's the first thing I look at when I look at a man, is his bum.
It's
if I can see it.
Yes, it's the first thing I look at when I look at a lady. Is a nice. I like big butts and I cannot lie. To quote Cat Stevens, I think it was Cat Stevens who did that. I'm not totally sure.
And then his shoes.
There we go, Lorraine. I've got to go to the news.
Oh no, Ian.
What? Well, have you got anything else to say?
I had loads of things to say, but you always put me on the end.
It's not my fault.
Lady Helen, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it was not her fault either. It's just the way it works out. Lorraine, I've got to go.
All right.
There we go. Didn't say that personally. 0870 9090.
We're all miserable, aren't we, now?
We're all miserable now. I want to come in. Let's have a little cry together. Come on.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 9:30. I'm Holly Holland. Police say a shooting near a nightclub on the Old Kent Road which injured a woman may have been a revenge attack. It happened yesterday morning outside Virgo's Club. We're told the victim was shot by a masked gunman. She's in a stable condition. 4 people are being questioned by detectives over a shooting in Tottenham. A 20-year-old man is recovering after being taken to hospital by air ambulance following the incident in the High Road at around 1:30 this afternoon. He's in a stable condition. It's thought a pilot who died in a light aircraft crash in Essex may have steered the plane away from the M25. The plane came down in a field in Navestock, 30 yards away from the motorway yesterday. The 43-year-old pilot and his 3-year-old daughter died instantly. In sport, West Ham are 2-1 up, heading towards full-time in their Carling Cup second-round match at Bristol Rovers. Fulham are 1-0 up at Shrewsbury as London's 2 Premier League sides look to avoid upsets. A full round of the evening's action is in half an hour. And in London's travel news, expect delays in Hackney as the traffic lights are not working on Mare Street at the junction with Wells Street. In London's weather, more cloud tonight, but it'll be dry with lows of 15 degrees Celsius. The sun rises at 6 minutes past 6 tomorrow, and it'll be another dry day with broken cloud and occasional sunny spells with a light breeze to the north, and highs of 18 degrees Celsius. You're with LBC, it's 9:31.
I took the inside track.
I took the inside track.
I took the inside track.
Over 65,000 people have attended Inside Track's free introductory workshop since 2002 to see how they could profit from property without going round the houses. Inside Track 0870 1244 614 or insidetrack.co.uk.
LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's.
That's what I'm talking about!
0870 9090.
I'm feeling it now. Now I'm feeling it. Now I'm feeling it. It's Katia.
Yes.
Come on, I'm feeling it, Katia. I'm actually... Hang on, I'll stop feeling it.
You're not.
No, I'm not feeling it anymore.
Eating.
Yeah.
Do you know what? After Sam's call in...
Your English is getting better.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. I'm just because when you first used to call in, you have a very strong accent, and it was sometimes slightly hard to understand what you were saying.
Oh.
But now your English is better, and your accent is better. It's less foreign.
Oh, because I'm listening to lots of English people all the time.
To Clive Bull.
And to Sam's in Thornton Heath.
Yes.
Yeah, well, thanks to her, I've had to modify my list now. It's a lot shorter.
What list?
Well, the list of things to do tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, well done. I forgot we did this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is yours. We've got asking people to phone in with their list of things to do that they're doing tomorrow. Now, do you actually write your list down?
Never.
Oh.
Just done that. The first time I've done that.
I find it makes me so much more productive to write it down.
Is it?
Yeah, honestly. Well, Katia, here's a little project for you.
Okay.
For the rest of the week,
Yeah.
will you, before you go to bed, or in bed, will you write down the list of things to do for the next day?
Okay.
And next week, next Monday, call me up, and I bet you will say, Iain, you are a genius. You have made me much more productive than I ever thought I could have been.
You want 10% of my business turnover then?
I want 10% of your productivity, yes.
Not going to be a lot.
Okay.
Anyway, so tomorrow I'm off to the police.
Oh, what?
I have to hand over 2 side-by-side, some barrels, and then I have to switch...
You have to hand over what? Barrels?
Yeah, she said everyone has to hand over their guns, so...
Oh, because of Sam? Oh, okay, well, yes. Yeah, because Katia's a gun engraver, so yes, okay, you have to hand over your guns. Okay, well done.
Yeah, and then probably advertise, I don't know where, to switch my job. I don't know where I'm
Can you engrave anything else, or is it really only guns?
I can engrave metal, but I don't like engraving jewellery, for example.
No.
I hate it.
How
Silver.
poncy. Poncy engraved jewellery. Guns, you want to engrave killing machines.
Bikes, I'd like to engrave bikes.
Bikes?
Yes.
How marvellous.
Actually, that's what I wanted to do before doing the guns, but I've never done that.
So how did you get into guns? Did you just fall in with a bad engraver?
Well, more or less, actually. It's because I was...
I'm quite pleased with that. I knew I was going to say that, and I amused myself in my head, yes.
Because I used to do painting on leather jackets.
You didn't paint things like Jim Morrison and stuff, did you? Because there's a guy in Camden that sells leather... I don't know if he still does. He sells jackets with Jim Morrison on the back, but they don't really look like Jim Morrison. They look more like Mr. Spock. Awful.
Oh,
I saw a fella wearing a leather jacket the other day
Yeah.
with Al Pacino in Scarface painted on the back. I thought, that is the naffest thing I've ever seen.
I know that people used to ask me really weird stuff, I tell you. I mean, well, I don't want to go into details.
Sex stuff.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, go into slight detail. Give us one example of something you were asked to paint on a jacket.
That was
that's weird.
really, really weird. A guy, he actually came to me and said to me, can you paint something on a pyjama? I said, well, why not? And it was a picture of a panther, and he had invented a poem to go along with the picture for his girlfriend.
He'd invented a poem for his pyjamas?
Yeah. But for his girlfriend. I don't know.
How did the poem go?
Oh, God, that's such a long time ago. But it was so cheesy.
Yeah.
It was a pink pyjama.
With a panther painted on the back. Oh, you just know they're up to some hideous sex game.
Probably.
Oh, God almighty.
Okay.
Right.
So I used to go to all those bike meetings.
Yes.
And then one day I saw an engraved bike, and I thought,
Wow.
So that's what I want to do.
That's the dream, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I found out that in the age where I come from, we've got an engraving school. I went there, and I've never done the engraving on bike.
That story was a little bit more dull than I was expecting. I'll be honest with you. To be fair, I thought there'd be a great twist.
Sorry.
Anyway, back to your list of things to do, Kathy.
Okay. And, all right, maybe someone can help, actually.
Okay.
I have to find out information about sending floorboards. And then, what's the best way, I'm reading here, to remove...
Hang on, why are you sending floorboards?
Well, because we've removed the carpet, and you have to send the floorboards, haven't you, before?
You have to send the floorboards?
Yeah, don't you?
Sand the floorboards! Sand the floorboards! I thought you meant send them!
No!
Well, I actually know about that.
Do you?
Yeah, I sanded floorboards in my place.
So, how is it?
You have to go to, like those HSS hire shops.
Yeah.
And you hire you need to hire 2 sanders. You need a big circular one, and that's for the main floor. And then you need a small, like a little rectangular one to do the edges. And what you have to do is you then have, it's a real chore.
Oh.
You then get these big, massive circular sheets of sandpaper, really, and you get like 3. You have to do it like 3 times or 4 times. So you start with a really heavy one, then a slightly less one, then a medium one, then a really fine one.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to screw these things on. The thing is, if you have to take all the nails out of the floor as well.
Okay.
If you leave any nails or anything sticking up, then the sandpaper cuts on it and rips. That's that sandpaper gone.
Okay.
So, or you could do what I did the second time I had to get it done. I paid a man to do it because it took me flipping ages, and I did a really crap job of it.
Oh my God!
So I paid a man.
Yeah, but I want to do it myself.
Okay, it is good. I tell you something. It is good holding that sander because it's got a real kick to it. Honestly, it's the most violent thing I've ever had to hold. Incredible.
Exciting.
Okay, so you're sending a floor. What next?
Yeah, and then I want to know how to remove paint from skirting boards. Do I have to take the skirting boards away from the wall?
No. Are they just flat skirting boards?
Yeah, there's a little, how do you say, mould?
There's a little moulding?
Yeah.
Okay. You have, well, I know how to do this as well. You have to get this horrible, horrible chemical. Well, there's two ways of doing it. You can either do it with the flame, the heat thing.
Yeah.
Or you can use a horrible, horrible chemical that you're supposed to wear gloves when you do it. But make sure the gloves have got a tight grip around your wrist, because if any of that chemical falls in through the wrist onto your hand, it burns like flippery.
Right.
It's awful. Stripping paint. But you've chosen two of the worst jobs.
Yeah.
To
find out about
to do. They're both hideous things to do.
I've got no choice.
Well, pay a man.
Pay a man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to think about it.
I think you should.
And then I have to send a DVD to my friend Zoe.
What DVD is it? Some rubbish horror film?
It's not a horror film. It's a gig. Good gig.
Of what? Some rubbish band?
Creator. Live creation. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they sound really good. I do apologise for that. Yes.
So that's all I've got to do tomorrow.
Well, it's quite a big list.
Well, it was bigger before Sam's called, so...
Well, Katia, thank you for that.
Okay.
Write down for the rest of the week... Oh, by the way, next week we're doing a correspondent week.
Yeah.
Just wondered if you fancied...
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, give us a call next week and we'll put you in.
Yes, exciting.
Oh, how marvellous is that? She got all excited. I cut her off. She had to say something now, which is always a bit... Hang on a minute. She was going to say something. Can I get her back? Hang on a minute. I feel a bit bad there. Got her back.
Hello?
Hello, Katia. It's me again. I cut you off just as you were about to say something. Sorry.
No, because I cut off at the same time. I didn't notice that you cut me off.
Oh. Well, what was the very last thing you said?
I don't know.
So, next week we are going to have a correspondent week, and she was genuinely excited there, which makes... you should never go back, but maybe we should go back. Anyway, Raf!
Hi, Ian.
Hello, Raf.
Great show.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
The Monday's podcast didn't go up. Steve Jones turns out not as good as we all thought he was. Turns out Steve Jones only did half the job he was supposed to do. Turns out Steve Jones is a loser.
Speaking about podcasts, that takes me nicely on to what I was going to say.
Yes, Raf.
You must listen to this morning's Fat Boys podcast.
Oh, we've heard it. I heard it live.
Have you?
Pradeep. Isn't it?
That was excellent. I love that.
We played it earlier on in the show, and it was...
I missed it.
Someone phoned up and played it. It was during a debate on slavery.
Oh, it was. I could not believe it. And the girl was so serious as well. She was like, she was really getting into it.
I think I think it's Potty Suman who phones in from time to time and is potty, but fair play, she did a brilliant job, and I've just want to distance myself from it. I've in no way encouraged it. I didn't ask her to do it. These people are independent people, but didn't he get angry?
He did. Don't call me again.
Don't call me again.
Ian, I've got to go now. But that's what I was going to say.
All right, Raf.
But great show. Nice.
No, I've got to go now as well. What's that all about? I've got to go now. What's this? Hang on a minute. Oh, I can't open it. It's too big for me to open. Oh, dearie me. What's going on with my computer? What's this? Lovely. Jean!
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jean.
How are you?
Very well.
Oh, Ian, how's your leakage go with your flat?
I've got a friend who can do a fantastic impression of you.
Really?
Oh, a fantastic impression of you.
Who is he?
An
old friend of yours?
An old friend of mine, yes. Yeah. Just all weekend, this person was doing... I was going, do it again. Do it again. They're going, I don't want to do it anymore. Do it again.
Hello, Ian. How's Dylan?
All weekend. Oh, it was good. And then it's a girl. And then she might call in at some point and do it. I'm hoping she will. And then I was getting her to. So she does this impression.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Hello, Ian. How's Dylan? I'm going to kill you. What's it like at the weekend?" It's brilliant. I'm trying to persuade her to call in with it. But,
no. I was like, Ian, how's your leakage?
It's
the bathroom. Is it the bathroom?
I was hoping you were talking about the bathroom and not my, my penis. It's I guess it's still legal. I can't use that shower. I have to shower upstairs.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
So you're going to get someone to do it, Ian?
Well, the fella that installed it is going to come round at some point, probably next week.
Really? Have you been shopping, Ian?
Today I went... no, I didn't. No.
You haven't been
shopping yet?
Oh, no, I did go shopping. What, shopping for what?
Food, Ian.
No, I haven't done any food shopping.
on.
And I've got no food in. I haven't even got any bread in.
Oh, no.
So I'm really hungry. Helen's shaking her head,
eating
looking
then?
disgusted. What?
What have you been eating?
Pizzas. I had pizza on Saturday. Domino's pizza on Saturday. Sunday I had some nice Greek food, although it gave me the Clive Balls.
Yeah.
What did I have yesterday? I don't remember eating yesterday. I don't think I ate anything yesterday. Oh, I had a sandwich from a garage.
Oh, no, Ian.
Yeah, it was nice.
And how about your fence? What's wrong with your fence, your garden fence?
Well, but the neighbour downstairs insists that I get some new fence put up.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So you're going to have that done?
Yes. I'm going to phone a bloke called Julian tomorrow. He's going to pop round and give me a quote.
Oh, is he the one that rang up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the bloke. And who's that guest you're having in?
Duncan Bannatyne.
Who is he?
He's the
singer.
Yeah, he used to be a singer in the 70s, and now he's on Dragon's Den.
Dragon's Den. I'll just watch that.
You've never heard of him?
Never heard of him.
This is him. Hang on.
I've not by the time. You're in Lee. I'm not investing in you, so I'm out.
Duncan, I quite fancy you.
That's nice to know.
Yes. I do, I fancy him, I would. Jean, I've got to go.
Okay, Ian. Bye.
Brilliant. Oh, it's 9:45, nearly home time. Travel news, Amanda.
Thanks very much. Well, let's start off with problems to the east of town in Hackney. Those traffic lights still are out on the junction with Mare Street and Wells Street, so watch out for those delays. Also in the city, problems with the traffic lights on Aldgate at the junction with Leadenhall Street, whilst in Esher there are still roadworks blocking a lane to traffic heading into town on the A3, just near Copsham Lane. Expect delays at the moment around the Valley as the match there is due to wrap up in around 15 minutes. That's likely to see a few delays on the Woolwich Road, Bugsby's Way and on the South Circular as well. Elsewhere on the roads, though, looking fairly quiet for the time of night. No reports of any problems on the motorways. But, of course, if you can tell us any different, you can call us on the jam line. That's 08000 68 60 80. On the tubes, don't forget there's no Victoria line running after 10 o'clock tonight because of ongoing engineering works. And there's now no Waterloo and City line in operation again until tomorrow morning. LBC 97.3 travel. There's more throughout the night.
The Weekend on LBC 97.3.
I've just glimpsed an email saying I'm sick of lovies going on about how knackering it is to be in the West End. Actually, do you know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of people who've never done a West End show saying I'm sick of people being knackered in the West End. Try it, love. Try it. I've done darling. I've done really normal jobs. I've waitressed and done loads of bar work and all that sort of thing and loads of shifts till 3 o'clock in the morning. And no, I didn't find it as exhausting as doing the West End. So there.
Jenny Eclair, you don't want to mess with her. Saturday mornings from 10 on London's biggest conversation.
LBC 97.3. If you want to make your life a little more fruitful, LBC 97.3 and hotcourses.com have the answer. Whether it's giving your brain a workout or your career a healthy boost, hotcourses.com has details of thousands of courses, from computing to photography and everything in between. And you can even read student reviews to help you choose, or check out the new Hot Courses magazine in all good newsagents. Hotcourses.com with LBC 97.3. 97.3.
Please, come on! Alice.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Alice.
I've been on hold for ages because it cost me loads of money.
Did we call you?
No, I stayed on hold because that's how desperate I was.
Well, then it's cost you loads of money. Then you should have let Helen. Well, of course it does.
Do you make money out of people calling in?
Well, no, because we generally call people back, but it is an 0870 number. Now, I don't know what the exact rate is, but it's more than a normal number. It's not like 0890 numbers, 0909. Well, it's not like premium rate.
Oh,
but
that's all right then.
It's more than a normal
I
thing.
can charge it as a business expense.
What do you do for a business?
Well, it's not really anything to do with a talk show, but I could say that it was like a business call, couldn't I?
Well, you could do, yes, and
it's really expensive.
And that's
Listen,
tax fraud.
The thing is that me and my brother really want you to get Daisy Donovan on the show.
You don't sound old enough to work in business or to know who Daisy Donovan is.
I like the whole thing when you did. I didn't realise that you worked with her before. That was a bit before my time, but
Right, yes.
we thought it was a really good idea
Why?
because, my brother wants to marry her. He thinks she's hilarious.
Why?
Why do you think she's hilarious?
Why don't you like her? Do you hate her?
Are you bitter?
Where's this come
better
from?
than you on the show?
No.
What's better? We didn't watch it.
Well, then who's your brother? He sounds like he's Daisy's too feminine for him.
Daisy's too feminine for him.
Yes.
I don't know. I think Daisy's cool. What's the guy like that she's married?
What?
What's the guy like that she's married?
Short and a millionaire.
Like Tom Cruise?
Yes. Well, thanks for calling.
Thanks.
Yeah. What was that all about? I'm glad it cost her money. Let's invoice her for more money. Her brother sounded like he needed a punch in the nose, didn't he? Didn't you want to just poke him in the eye with a sharp stick? What a smug little git. He's got me angry, that smug little git. Because she's more successful. You don't like her because she's more successful. You get lost. Go away. Don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. Get lost. Go away. Nasty person. What nasty person. What nasty, nasty person. She just sounded stupid. He sounded like a nasty person. He wants to marry her. Well, get lost. I'm proper angry. I'm angry as I was when I had a row with this woman today, which I must talk about tomorrow. John.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, John.
A lady was talking about gun crime earlier on.
Yeah.
When I'm looking up the Guy's Hospital Dead book in the 1880s, 1890s, doing a bit of research a few years ago, I was quite surprised to see a lot of people died of gunshot wounds.
Right.
And
hang on 1 second.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second. What?
I'm really sorry.
Hello?
Ian.
Yes, what?
I'm sorry.
Well, what? I don't understand the point of your call. I thought your brother was an idiot and he needs a punch in the nose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. John.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, hello, am I back?
Yeah, you never went anywhere, mate.
Oh, talking about the Guy's Hospital Dead book and the people that were shot in the head and everything when you're looking through.
Right.
Yeah. And, of course, we had no films and no TV in those days.
In the 1800s?
1880s, 1890s.
Yeah, it came in. TV came in around just a few years after that, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. You usually see died of TB, died of this.
Yes.
I was doing some family history.
Right.
I'm looking through, and I'm seeing quite a lot of people died of shootings and that.
Yeah.
So I thought myself, and then the lady said about films and TV today. You know, people see that.
Yes.
It might lead them on or
Might
something
lead them
like
on,
that. There we are. They didn't have
no
films. And that.
No.
And yet it's, some of the pages look like the Wild West in the book there.
Yeah.
So I was quite, thought I'd let you know that.
Well, John, thank you for letting me know that.
Okay.
Cheers, there we go. Bye-bye. What a laugh riot the show wound up at being. I've got no more calls now. I'm in a bad mood.
I'm hungry.
Alex, you want to have a little whinge about something?
Yeah, I'm a bit depressed.
It's not looking good, is it? Got 9 minutes. We'll do 8 minutes. 8 minutes got to fill. Let's see what this is. Yeah, line 1, you're on the wireless. They bottled it. Okay, it's a bottle. Right. Okay. Let's try this one. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Ian.
Yes.
Do you go home at night and get annoyed by all the smug idiots that phone in, or do you leave your work in the office?
Do you know what? I used to go home and get wound up about it. I used to, up until maybe 6 or 7 months, maybe about 5-6 months ago. Now I'm generally all right. Although that little so and so from 5 minutes ago has got me annoyed. So yes, I'll take that home with me.
You do get nights that are worse than others.
It's true.
It seems that one nutter comes on and they all want to go.
It's that's life.
If I was you, Ian, I'd go home, have a nice cup of cocoa and just forget about it.
All right, I'll do that. Thank you for that.
Okay.
There we go. That's good advice. I might have some Horlicks. I had a dream the other night that I was drinking loads of Horlicks, and then I woke up, and I remember looking in the cupboard in the real world, and going, "Oh, there's not a story." But I remember it isn't a story. I remember taking out the Horlicks and going, "Oh, there's loads in there. I didn't drink it all," and that's what happened to me.
What does it taste of, Horlicks?
Oh, it's malty.
Right.
Tastes of malt. It's really nice. It takes a bit of getting used to, but it's nice. You put in that face as though.
What colour is that one?
Racist. What's it got to do with it?
Is it grey?
I don't see colour.
I'm trying to remember.
It's like you can get chocolate one that's brown, but this is the malty. It's kind of the original. It's kind of like it's like the colour of that wood, but slightly less yellow. It's nice. It's good. I'll bring some in. I'll bring some Horlicks in tomorrow.
Horlicks party.
What, Horlicks party?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Rock and roll, aren't we?
Yeah, let's go nuts for a Horlicks party. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello again, Ian.
Hello.
Well, a point I rang up earlier for, I forgot to make. I wanted you to introduce... Oh, you're laughing. I don't know what you're laughing at now.
Because your enthusiasm go on.
Well, we've only got 9 minutes. Let's get it.
Ah!
We've only got 7 minutes. Because the old shows, you used to have comments and suggestions.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved the music that you used to play to it.
Oh, hang on a minute.
It was.
What was comments and suggestions? Oh, what was it? Was it? No, it wasn't this, was it?
That's it! That's it! Oh, that's classic music.
It was a song that Agent Chris has looped. I can't think what the song is. I think it's Elbow. It's not Elbow. It's not Elbow. It's not Elbow. I can't think what it is.
No, I don't know. But I really love that. But I got a suggestion, quite a serious suggestion. I only tend to listen to you on the podcast because I'm in Clacton.
Yes.
It's difficult to get your show when I'm in my car.
Very difficult. Yes.
What I'd like is some of the other shows on the podcast. You know, where you do your one, but then you do a clip of someone else's.
Yeah. What?
You know, like you do the trailer. So your trailer will be in Anna Rayburn's show or something.
Yes.
And so I'd like that on the podcast, so that when I'm listening to your podcast...
Oh, you want trailers? You want trailers for the other shows?
Yeah, on the podcast, yeah, so then I can think, I might listen to that.
It's a good idea, but the editing that goes into putting the podcasts out is so, how can I say, random and shoddy. It's all done by a computer. That's why people say all the editing's really bad. It's because it's done by a computer.
Right.
And so
we're still waiting for last night, actually, aren't we?
Well, apparently we are, but Helen behind the glasses on that, Steve Jones is going to rocket up his backside. Joe, I've got to go.
Okay, cheers, Ian.
Cheers, fella, there we go.
Robert Hansen was a leading FBI agent.
Former head of our Soviet analytical unit, considered our most knowledgeable analyst on Russian intel.
On February 18th, 2001, Hansen was arrested for espionage.
Started spying for the Russians, we think, in 1985. He's given them military secrets, intelligence secrets. He's also given up lives.
It was the biggest spy scandal in the history of the world's most powerful nation. And it's the story that inspired the new movie, Breach, starring Academy Award winner Chris Cooper as Hansen, the notorious spy.
I need to know if I can trust you.
And Ryan Felipe as Eric O'Neill, the agent who has to draw him out.
Nobody's tailing you, there isn't any GPS in your car, and I'm not a foreign agent trying to work you.
With support from Academy Award nominee Laura Linney and 24's Dennis Haysbert. Breach is a tense spy thriller based on shocking true events from director Billy Ray. Breach in cinemas from Friday.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
What?
Are you really annoyed?
Yeah, I am annoyed.
I'm really sorry.
I thought your brother was a rude little idiot.
He just loves David Donovan, and he wasn't even on recording the show. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
I listen to you every morning.
What?
I listen to you every morning.
You listen to me every morning?
Yeah.
Where?
In my car.
What do you mean every morning?
Literally, like whenever I go to work, I put the radio on.
But I'm not on in the morning.
Are you not? Oh, you're not?
Oh,
I thought you were on like 8 till 10.
You're the most stupid person I've ever spoken to. What? What? Oh, man alive. So now I'm doubly annoyed. I wasn't that annoyed with her, but now I am annoyed with her. She's more stupid than her stupid brother, who's stupid. And I want to punch in the nose. Yes, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Are you not?
Hello?
Hello?
What?
Hi, it's Clement the Frog.
Oh, okay. Maggie, I haven't got time, I'm afraid.
Oh, don't worry about it, darling.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, I'll speak to you later on.
All right, then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right, okay, good. Guys, I'm tired anyway. If you missed the show today, it sounded like this.
Hey, little hen, when will you lay me an egg for my tea?
I want to make love to Iain Lee.
Knickers and knockers and big wobbly boo.
I know that it's wrong, but I bet it would be fun.
What's your little things to know? No. G-M-F. But we've got Duncan Bannatyne coming in.
Yes.
Oh, he's so dreamy.
He's
gorgeous. Where were you then, Alex? What was going on in your mind? What happened to you?
Kind of like...
That's too much yassa, you see. It'll make you go...
Word up, Ian.
Word up?
Word up yourself. You've got a lovely niche cold.
Good morning. I'm the milkman. Can I come in?
I couldn't hear you.
I could hear you.
But I couldn't hear you.
I know, but I could hear you.
But I couldn't hear you.
I know, but I could hear you.
But I couldn't hear you, could I?
Mummy, it's the geezer off the radio!
Oh, was that it? I thought it was 1 minute 15.
1 minute.
15?
1 minute.
15.
1 minute.
15.
1 minute.
You need to be clearer.
Yes.
Line 4, you're on the wireless.
And the punchline is, it's the way me trousers are pressed.
Oh, I see. Well done. Let's the last call I'm going to take this evening before I go home and shave my head. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
That fella who phoned up and might do your fencing, do you think he'll be doing it in high heels?
Well done, you! The last call of the night, and indeed the best call of the night. Excellent stuff. Right, that's it. I'm done. I am back tomorrow. Am I? What day is it tomorrow? Wednesday. Back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Clyde Paul's up next. And do you know what? I'm going home early. You can listen to the news music. Thank you.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 10 was a shooting in southeast London, a revenge attack. There's growing concern for a missing boy from Bromley. And could Bridget Jones have the hots for a Beatle? It's 10 o'clock. I'm Holly Holland.